yet, but it's all going to be down to dupreeh now. Left on short area. Guardian and Zeus very low. Just need that one headshot. What a double peek there from NaVi. They're going to pull it off, and they're going to pick up that ever-important pistol round to secure a nice CT economy.
And that's like probably the most common pistol round you do as T on this map is you smoke off towards graffiti on B, and you just get the bomb down, and you usually get like 1 or 2 entry frags. We saw them actually being in a 4v2 there, but it's actually really hard to hold on to that bomb site. So yeah, so now we're taking that 2v4 on the that B site, and you can think, okay, they shouldn't be able to take a 2v4 after plant, but it's extremely hard to hold that site actually, because the CTs can then jump down here, where we see flamie jumping down. It's really hard to stop.
Look at this, he's going to get close to the smoke actually towards Party. And he's going to hear a lot of stepping, so they're going to know that there's lots of TSM players lurking around. And this is quite forward positionally from the SMGs, which could work out quite well. Bunny's going to tap them down towards A long, and they're going to gain some ground towards the toilets, but not before they get stopped by CEST. So CEST, he just made $1,800 there. That weapon just paid itself back.
Not bad.
Not bad for a day at the birthday party. So 2-0 is the score now. NaVi, smooth sailing so far, but it's just 2 rounds in, and TSM getting the bomb planted are going to be able to get the AK buy-in.
Let's see if TSM go for their A standard or a straight up B execution. And 4 guys going towards B, it looks like they're going to be their B execution.
Alright, so karrigan can cause some issues towards connector, try to cut off rotating players. dupreeh is going to get spotted actually, not just him, his teammates as well. Bomb is going to be funneling up towards the B bomb side as well through Monster Tunnel. TSM moving forward, it's very fast, not many grenades to actually aid the push, but they're in on top of the bomb site, they're getting the entries they need. And can they actually get this bomb planted now? It's always a bit of a battle before you can ever get the bomb planted. You want to make sure the CTs are removed from the bomb site correctly. And TSM have managed to do that. It's just CEST who's left over. He's going to go down. That's a really clean round there from TSM. 4 guys surviving, and NaVi going to be having to use all their cash here, potentially. But there's a couple players with very low money.
And I really like that strategy from TSM. Just walking up short there from sewers. It's actually really strong, because NaVi didn't hear them going there, and like if you're up short there towards the B site, you can actually go for the plant. Or, like you're on the site after like 2 seconds, so it's really, really hard for NaVi to stop.
Ooh, interesting smoke here from Zipnix towards the end of the toilets area. Guardian with a nice shot, able to find device. Now, can NaVi keep hold of these bomb sites? It's going to be a very crucial round for them. They need to get that economic control back. They need to spend lots of money, but oh no, dupreeh going to find a great shot from the boost there onto Guardian, and he is going to even things straight back up again. So TSM with control over connector at the moment, but we do have a man pushing, I think it's Edward, all the way around, as you can see right there, like through towards T-spawn, and also the back of the connector area, the big long area in the middle.
Yeah, this should have been an easy round for NaVi right now. Edward flanking, NaVi have all the information they need. They know they're going to go towards B, even leaving 1 guy left in the toilets just to be safe.
And the execute is going to come in slowly but surely, but Edward's already there in position. He got flashed. Oh my goodness, that barely saved Edward. Zipnix there, but how long can he survive? He's going to be up against CEST. Great hold there by NaVi, despite losing Guardian from that boost. And generally speaking, looked pretty tidy, to be honest. TSM looked a little bit lost after they lost their first player or 2. So
yeah, I would like them to see, if you want to go for a slow standard type of play on Overpass, I always want them to go for like more towards party, more towards long, because running out towards sewers, you just it's so easy to die from them spamming through that like tree thing there.
Alright, well it's looking pretty standard here from NaVi at the start of the round. They got a bit of an aggression into the connector area, but they are going to get removed, and that's going to put a lot of pressure on Guardian. He's actually down to 34 health. He's alone against the entire lineup. His teammates are very far away. Guardian's going to have to connect some shots here if he wants to make this doable. There's number 1. karrigan goes down. Guardian missing the second one. Doesn't get a chance for another. Device is going to take the site with his team. TSM, though, they have to contest with Zeus. He barely made it onto the site in time by Optimus. flamie coming in from bank. Now they've set up a good defense here. flamie trying to shoot down Zeus. Down to 7 HP now, but they've actually held the A bomb site. This is going to cause TSM to go for that rotate towards B. And NaVi, they've got a bit of a faster rotate, but the positions are going to be the important factor here. Zeus has picked up an AWP with such low health. That's quite a smart choice from the man. as the bomb is going to get planted. flamie going to find cajunB. Spray coming in, but it's not enough to take down cajunB. They're so low at the moment, and Zeus is wielding an AWP. Both of them playing for that trade situation where they can easily double peek as well. So dupreeh and cajunB playing it by the book. Zeus, he's going to realize and back away.
Yeah, a smart decision here from Zeus. They really want that out for that next round for Guardian.
Really back and forth at the moment between NaVi and TSM in the early stages. I mean, NaVi are in a spot where their money is going to start to be really, really shaky, and I can only imagine they're going to want to run or have AWPs constantly on Guardian at the very least. Some teams find great effect from double AWPs as well, and all the aggression, all the nades that you need as CTs. Again, always big cost for the CTs, way more than the Ts. So, do you think this is going to be a good moment now for NaVi to take, for TSM to take economic control?
Yeah, especially if they win this round. Let's see if they go for the same push towards Party. And I asked them to do that the last round, and they delivered, pushing up from the door towards the Party area, towards the toilet. And yeah, they're doing the same thing. It's just so easy to gain ground here.
So first fight here, altercation between dupreeh and Edward. TSM going to gain more ground with that frag, and that might force NaVi back a little bit more as well. They've got Guardian towards the A-long area, and also I believe it sees a little bit closer. Yep, and Zeus is over towards the B-bomb site initially, but he's going to rotate back, as they're not 100% sure exactly where TSM are going at the moment, but they have occupied sewers. They're going to be trying to split onto the B-bomb side. They do get the entry onto flamie. dupreeh able to do that. Zeus spraying through the smoke, but he gets absolutely nothing. TSM cleaning house with NaVi. It's just Guardian who's left over, and he's going to have to save that AWP all over again. And he's going to have to be also against... He's going to be the hunted right now. They're all going to be going for him.
Yeah, TSM winning that round in a really decisive manner. I'm kind of surprised that the guy, I don't know who it was from NaVi, but the guy standing inside of the bathrooms over the stairs there took that position. You can see his body there. Like, where was he supposed to go? Like, you have no escape route. You always want to take peeks, like go aggressive A, but you always want to be able to fall back, because if you go down there, you lose all information, the terrorists gain all the ground, and just TSM can just toy with them after that.
And Guardian will survive. It was glass cannon mode with the AWP. Device on screen there. Now TSM, they're bringing themselves back into this one. It's looking like they're about to get some good momentum going. I mean, they only have to worry about an AWP at the moment, so it should be pretty simple and straightforward for them to take this round. I mean, what kind of options do you like in a situation like this?
Yeah, they know that they have one AWP. I would just go for a push together as Spreados, and that's exactly what they're doing right now.
The Guardian will take down one. He's going to spot a second one, gets the headshot onto Zipnix, spots the third player, even connects with it, and they are going to be completely distracted by Guardian. This creates a huge opening for NaVi in the chaos to actually take it all down to karrigan, and he's got to get the bomb planted as well, but it's such an exposed position, it's going to be quite difficult. Now, if Edward and flamie play this smart, they might be able to pull this one off. karrigan now will spot the headshot onto Edward. There's the second player on shot. He knows where flamie is. And he doesn't have any armor, no weapon to use there, and he's going to go down. And TSM saved the round.
It's so smart for Guardian to put himself towards Monster there, because in the meta right now, if you're up versus like one AWP, and you know the rest is going to go for an eco, you usually just go for a like 4 or 5 man push at the like least expected place that you're going to put the AWP, and it's like he's probably not going to play Monster. Yeah. Because you can't really run around there.
It's usually A, isn't it?
And Guardian just figuring that out and just, okay, I'm just gonna go Monster.
So this is a fast double peek here down from NaVi on their buy round. And wow, they're 3 players dead in 20 seconds, less than 20 seconds after the start of the round. So, okay, now it's just Device left. So this is going pretty well for NaVi, and they should be able to claim an AWP soon enough as well. So Device, objective, get some damage done. There's a little bit of damage onto Edward. And NaVi, they shouldn't be too worried. They know the bomb is there as well. But Device is picking up another kill, and he didn't take any damage that time either. So they've got to be very careful here, because they're facing him 1 versus 1, and they don't have to do that.
Yeah, and already 2 kills. This is actually a very big deal for NaVi, because they can't build up a bank now, and if they lose the next round, they will actually be forced to an eco just due to these 2 kills of Device. So, and a 3rd kill from Device as well, just playing amazingly. And he will actually be able to pick up the bomb.
Yeah, he knows exactly where it is, of course. Sees it on his radar. And NaVi, the remaining 2 players, flamie and Zeus, are sticking together. But this is a disastrous round at the moment. It's turned into from a completely one round to a round where they should still win it. There's a small chance the device can actually pick this one up, but they've also got to make sure that they don't incur more damage.
And he actually is going to be able to plant the bomb. This could actually be like the sickest clutch in like this year.
So device is now going for the plant. And there's a player on Series. He's been completely silent. Now device has to be fast, but it will be Zeus with the frag, so they can breathe a sigh of relief there. Because yeah, as you said, that would have been. The thing is that that's one of those situations where like we're 5 versus 1.
Yeah, exactly.
We're fine. We're super confident, and then 1 versus 2 post plant.
Yeah, and like especially and still he got 3 kills. He got the bomb down, and now he has a really bad economy like even before that. So
yeah,
that was like that. Those 3 kills on that plant could basically be a free round for TSM.
Yeah, I mean, there's no AWP for them now, and for NaVi, and there's a lack of grenades, and they're in a position where they have to eco if they lose this one now. So it's yeah, such a big deal there from Device to come out huge like that. And the score at the moment 4-4. We're tied up at the moment into the 9th round as TSM are going to be taking over Suez control. Zeus is in a very committed position towards Mod, so if they do push that, of course, he's got nowhere to fall back to. But he's got help. He's got flamie to kind of bait him out there, so to distract them essentially. Zeus is going to peek out. He does get taken down by the monster exit into the B bomb site. Now as cajunB is going to try to smoke off the kind of jungle area and make sure that his team can get that bomb planted. So post-plant positions looking pretty good at the moment for TSM as they are going into this 3-on-3. But that nade was perfect somehow, finding Xyp9x. But now karrigan is going to be expecting some CT players very soon. Be jumping over. It's cajunB though, gets double peeked. Good stuff here so far from NaVi, but it is going to be down to the 1-on-1. Edward with the superior health though, going to win that duel and get the defuse. But again, so much damage by TSM.
Yeah, and that round TSM should have won though. They did a great tactic where they know that NaVi just playing 2 guys defensive on B. So they just push really close in Monster, really close in the sewers, and they push at the same time. And they did a 1-for-1 trade with both Zeus and I think it was flamie, yeah. And after that you have the bomb site and you have a lot of time to just push towards CT spawn, and they just managed to fail in that after plant somehow. And
well, we're going to see some good boosts coming in from NaVi, just mixing things up a little bit this time. TSM with a bit of a force buy, to be honest. They got 3 Galils, a Tech 9, just a few grenades. So let's see what they're able to do here. They know that the economy for NaVi is so weak that they just want to keep the pressure on, and another few frags would certainly be good, but they could very well win this one, force the eco out, but they're going to go for the push towards toilets. Going to have the trades coming in as TSM quickly gaining ground now. C's able to take down karrigan, switches up the weapon. He's got T's all around him, but he's got support as well. Guardian coming in, going to be able to cover his back. And once again, it's Device against almost the entire NaVi team. He's 1 versus 3. Bomb is down in the control of NaVi. C's is right next to it. Device is going to be patient. He's got 50 seconds to play with, so patience is definitely a virtue in this situation. But he will get spotted now. And there's one in the smoke. Sees picks him up. And that is another round for NaVi. And this time it was only 2 guys dying, so not too bad.
Yeah, but I think two guys is still enough to keep their economy so low that I think they might be forced to eco 3. It's kind of 50-50. Yeah, TSM actually going for the full eco now. This is actually a good decision. They gave up the fight here. Okay, we can't break NaVi's economy. Let's just go for a full eco and just try to play our regular game with nades.
Take care of our economy instead. Oh wow, what a grenade that is. Beautiful that they've done the research for that one, and that did quite a lot of damage to Xyp9x. And flamie now is left alone by the barrels on the bomb site. He's going to have to do a good job holding this down, but he did throw the smoke, and it's kind of like putting a brick wall down, it would seem, on the monster tunnel. And you can see minus 24 seconds there. If they are going to go the longest route towards the A-bomb site, running all the way, but they are going to go through a shorter route, but they are going to run into Edward.
And an interesting thing is that TSM hasn't utilized a single round.
That's a really good point, actually. We haven't really seen much in the way of AWPing. I mean, economy for both teams has been a little bit sketchy. But looks like this cleanup is going to go fairly well once again. 2 guys dying, so as you said, actually, I mean, it's kind of okay for NaVi, but it's also okay for TSM. So keeping them within that that range of being forced to an eco.
I wonder if TSM is gonna go for that like fast B push, where they don't like use nades. They just try to get NaVi's face and just try to gain as much ground as they can. And we see 3 people long and 1 guy pushing short for NaVi right now. They're just taking a huge risk, just stacking A.
Okay, yeah, this is going to have to pay off here for NaVi. They are mixing it up massively, so flamie alone on the B bomb site. Now the challenges are coming in. It's going to be TSM that actually win the ground towards party, but again, there's 2 players still on A long at the moment. They can push through, and NaVi haven't really shown much aggression towards this area, so it could actually catch TSM off guard slightly. We're seeing Device is moving with the bomb in the party area. Very slow round so far after those initial picks.
Yeah, 1-for-1 trade. Favorable for TSM.
Just slowly clearing positions, and that is essentially what you have to do is the T side, take it slower on this map. The CTs can be anywhere on the A side of the map, and Edward's actually gonna finally peek around the A long area towards T spawn, and gonna spot them rotating back a little bit. So Guardian is gonna go and help flamie out on the B bomb site. So I like this from NaVi. They got Zeus working on connector control for a fast rotate to B if they play for that, and they're going back actually, and Zeus will get the frag onto cajunB. So mid control here for NaVi. Fast rotates either way, and they're going to try to kind of like fake out a little bit onto flamie, and they are pulling more players towards B. A is actually completely empty at the moment.
Yeah, and Device just so risky walking up with the bomb towards the park there, and it might actually work now because there doesn't seem to be any NaVi players there, but I can't believe he went back to the park alone with the bomb when they have just spotted Edward being there. You could even saw Kaden trying to point that out.
And Device will actually lose that duel as well. So, I mean, that's one of those rounds where basically TSM had an interesting call there to kind of make that situation after the 1-for-1 a little bit better for themselves. But everyone lost their jewels on TSM, so you never really got to see what it could have developed into. But did you think the theory there was pretty good from them?
You mean the round from NaVi?
From TSM, how they were handling their T side there.
Yeah, they looked a bit scattered, especially like the bomb going alone back to park. I much prefer to just go, like, if you do a 1-for-1 trade on this map, you should just go together, like push E, B or push A, just keep it simple, not try to like spread out as it did there.
And lots of lost 1v1s from TSM. NaVi 8-4 now. They're actually they had a very shaky start, but they've managed to bring themselves back into a nice situation. And Zeus, that pop flash is perfect actually. He's going to adjust to actually take down the guy that wasn't flashed, and it's going to be a 1-for-2 there for NaVi, and it's going to be a committed play now into B for TSM. flamie able to spray down karrigan. They cannot deal with flamie just sitting on the barrels with the support of his teammates, throwing in those grenades, and his Device still locked into the monster tunnel. That's going to be where his final resting place will be, thanks to flamie, and 9-4 now the score. So NaVi settling well into the CT half.
Yeah, and it looked like TSM was going to have a great half there in the beginning. I think they were up 4-3, but after NaVi gained control over the economy, they just got in, yeah, exactly 6 rounds in a row, and this looked just looking so easy for them.
Okay, so TSM now, what are they going to be able to do? Can they get kind of party and toilets control? That's been a big point of contention between the two teams, and generally on Overpass, as it is always. And Guardian is going to spot one player, and in fact, it's going to be his teammate Edward, who was actually putting support in with the rifle to take the frag, and they're going to spot all these players pushing up. Now Caesar's caught between 2, able to get that frag though, TSM, and push forwards onto the bomb site. Guardian now eliminated as well. Usually he's the big stopping point for NaVi, but he going to fall, and that's going to put it to a 2-on-2, allowing TSM to potentially get this bomb down, but that fire's making things a little bit tricky as NaVi have bought enough time to get themselves onto the site, and they stopped the plant. So TSM, they're all down to cajunB against flamie now, as flamie just sits behind, just waiting for cajunB to make a move for that bomb. And there it is, flamie picks up the kill with the headshot onto cajunB. So NaVi 10-4 now, and TSM without that bomb plant, not necessarily with the buy that they would have wanted.
Yeah, TSM actually playing that round really well. Like, you having it come down to a 1v1 as T and Overpass is actually a good thing, but they just couldn't get it that time.
So it's looking quite scary here. NaVi have done such a good job so far on the CT side to stabilize and then get the momentum just strung together and just keep on keeping on. And Guardian's going to actually have to fall back here, but it's going to be Edward in this one. It's a new position. The jumping spray finds the head of Edward from dupreeh, and Guardian's up close. This is really dangerous. Guardian's going to have to come out huge, but he gets taken out immediately. They're going to be charging onto the bomb site now with the men advantage seized by the Q position here. Going to be sprayed down, and TSM are looking fantastic here. They just have to keep the push going. But NaVi have arrived. The flamie and Zeus are both on the bomb site, but they're not in the best positions. They're kind of stacked up on the big truck there. But TSM, they still need to get that bomb towards the site. Now, they've got options here, and they've got time. A minute left in the round,
and he's going back. He's going back alone with the bomb once again.
But now he's going back towards A, so are they kind of faking themselves out a little bit here? Making things a little bit too complicated, because now it's an even situation. Zeus peeks out at the pivotal moment where he can actually capitalize on a frag, a one-on-one, and it's going to be TSM now trying to get that bomb down. Just faking it initially. It's down to flamie. That's next coming into play there by Bank. And good stuff here from TSM with the positioning. And flamie is really unwinnable at that point, and it's going to be a 5th round for TSM, but again, it seemed like they were making things maybe a little bit more complicated than it should be.
Yeah, just look at the last round. They just went for a straight up YOLO, like short towards A, and it completely worked out. The good thing about pushing there, I said earlier, like, if you want to just play stand-alike and just go for kills, you just try to push the toilets, because the dual steers are so safe. Like, even if you get up to the A site, you can just rotate back down the stairs and go towards B. So it's like, you're not committing yourself to the actual bomb site, you're just gaining so much ground and like forcing such awkward rotations there from NaVi.
Well, I mean, if NaVi are able to actually get this pistol round as well, I mean, TSM are going to be in a really, really hard position, only having 5 rounds on the T side. Of course, NaVi were able to win their pistol. It was a bit tumultuous, but tumultuous even. But here we go, Tech9's pushing in from NaVi. TSM has spotted the push. They've left one man on the C-bomb site. The rest have their attention set on the A site here, and it's going to be Demise picking up a long-range frag on Guardian. Zeus is going back towards the monster area, and that's going to ring some alarm bells here towards B. Now, TSM are not entirely sure where NaVi are now, especially that they spotted Zeus towards monster.
Yeah, and still 2 tech armor here for NaVi. It's always really scared to play versus tech armor when you only have a USP.
Making their way through connector now completely silently, and TSM still with a lot of bodies towards the A bomb site. So this is definitely the right call from NaVi. Just got to find those headshots, but karrigan will take down one. Looking for the flick shots. It's going so well here for TSM. They're going to lock down that B bomb site. karrigan with 2 excellent kills, and he made them really quickly, and that's the key moment. They couldn't even get through the choke points.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I thought karrigan's position was quite terrible. Like, like where he's supposed to go, he's just gonna get like sandwich from short at the same time.
Yeah,
exactly. And but yeah, he just completely out-aimed 2 NaVi players, and the second pistol round as well going in favor of TSM.
Yeah, and
oh, it actually was NaVi who won the first one.
So it's going to be interesting now to see if NaVi getting damaged on with the dudes, because I mean, TSM, they were so good at keeping the pressure on NaVi. I wonder if NaVi are going to go to the same kind of thing. TSM have a more defensive approach than NaVi did in their position, so that might be what they need to do. But they're going to be swarming them over here, and karrigan's in that position again, and he's showing why he thought it was terrible. Completely exposed, gets completely wrapped in the bomb site, is now in the possession of NaVi. Bomb planted as TSM are storming it back. They've got a 3-on-3 now. Got a little bit of positioning to work with at jungle, but they're getting just tapped down from all over the place. Device has no idea which way to look. He's just going to go for the straight up challenge, just strafing in with the pistol, the P250. And that's NaVi winning the round. That's huge.
I really don't understand karrigan's position. They're like, on the B side on Overpass, you either want to go to like, okay, we're going to defend the chokes, you know, monster and short, like let's hold the chokes, or we're going to go for the, okay, we're going to let them go out the chokes, take the site, and we're just going to play back in graffiti, back in up the balcony, or even in the sea to water. But like this pillar, there's like nowhere you can go, and he, as you saw there, just got sandwiched from those Tech 9s.
And he didn't have cover from, there's like no player near barrels of monster or anything to like yeah, if they push it at the same time, yeah, it's pretty strange, but well, NaVi, they do have a P90 for FAMASs. They picked up a lot of money actually from TSM that you know, that TSM had invested in. So that's going to really jumpstart NaVi's economy. Great nade there onto dupreeh. So it's just a pretty easy cleanup so far from NaVi. They've put it down to 3 players here from TSM. Xyp9x will somehow get a long-range frag with the P2000, but I don't think NaVi are really very low at this point. So this should be NaVi 12-6. As far as edges to gain over NaVi go, is there anything that you think TSM should be doing? Like,
I think they should. I think they should eco so they can have like smokes, molos, and an op. Like, it's so important, especially on the B site. If you can just delay them with a molo on the B bomb site when the pushes come in, you usually buy enough time for the rotate to come. So I don't want to see them going for like, you know, FAMASs, just one flash, like light armor. They should just eco until they have that full nade set and hopefully an op as well.
Alright, let's see how it goes. We do have the full eco here for TSM. Now, they've got 2 players in connector at the moment, so that actually can get pretty scary, especially when the P90 runs in, just spraying health 11, but it's going to be NaVi slowly working their way up towards A at the moment, which is, I mean, they don't know it, but it's the perfect call. They do have Guardians, Seas rather, just lurking around the back here, and now TSM kind of figured it out. They've pushed the monster area. karrigan's going to keep on pushing whilst his teammates rotate back around to A, but it looks like NaVi are going to beat them to the punch here. They're already on the bomb site. They already know it's clear, which means only one thing. TSM stacks B, and they're probably playing for the Exus at this point. So let's see if they can actually get the Exus kills here. NaVi looking quite good. Drive-by there from Device with the pistol. Going to claim 1, but that's it so far. And that's going to be it for this round. 13-6. NaVi looking like they want to close this one out really fast.
Yeah, and I like the decision that TSM went for that double eco, though. They know if they want to come back into this game, they have to go for that complete lockdown, and you can only do that by having those nades, having that off. And you can see karrigan with the off there, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a full nade set there on the rest of the players.
Yeah, it's definitely been a bit of a struggle here.
Double op, actually.
Yeah. Now, this is something that can go really, really well, or obviously quite horribly, especially if you've got Guardian there winning the challenge. So that's 1 ult down. And NaVi, with that early pick, they can really play around with TSM and just try to make things worse. And we can already see that an information play is kind of being forced out from TSM. They're actually pushing dupreeh on A long, as we can see now. And he's kind of key. This 1-on-1, there it is. He is going to win it against Edward. Good stuff there from dupreeh. And that's going to even things up a little bit. And the rotation time is so fast for TSM that this becomes a much better situation. It's a bit like Nuke in that sense.
Yeah, you're running through that CT spawn like bank area. It's just so fast.
So NaVi, they got flamie now moving up through monster. And TSM don't really have anyone very close to that position, so Device is practically playing from water here. That ramp is going to have to do the job with Xyp9x for the site defense. But it's such a weird series of angles here for TSM. Device will pick up 1 kill, but the bomb goes down in the meantime, and he's just hiding there. There we go. So he's able to finish him off. So super weird positioning there from TSM, completely giving up monster. dupreeh gets eliminated as well. What do you make of that?
I actually think the round was like lost when karrigan made that peek through monster. It was like if you were up or you're down 13-6.
Yeah.
You can't take like huge risk. You just have to find a way of play that's so solid that you can string like 6 rounds together like straight. And peeking out monster with the op, like if guarding is waiting there, karrigan is going down because the terrorists is there like way earlier.
Like always, you can always the CTs get the favorable engagement if you got the right weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, so this round here for NaVi could mean map point again. We are going to see Edward passing here. Is the push from cajunB though, spraying him down, but Guardian's going to cover him. And TSM putting 2 players for this connector control. But NaVi, I don't think they're all that worried about this. They do have quite a few players surrounding them, and I think they know that at least 1 player's there. That's a great grenade. Zeus will finish dupreeh off before it detonates. And they found Device now as well. They're going to attack him from 2 sides at once. No way he can withstand that. And it's just karrigan left over. And they invested everything in this round. And NaVi looked to be going very quickly to map point, and it looks like the choice of Overpass was a really smart one.
Yeah, things just looking very easy for NaVi right now, just picking TSM apart, and we usually see TSM doing that round where they just walk down 2 people down the stairs. They usually use that round when they're under a lot of stress and they have to just try something crazy. And yeah, NaVi just played it absolutely perfectly. They just played it safe. They just pushed from the stairs, pushed from down the ladder, like 2 people from each side, just slowly, like just picking them off. And yeah, NaVi just playing very well right now.
The TSM actually seem a little bit lost on the CT side. Of course, they haven't had many opportunities on the CT to actually get the rounds because NaVi, you know, they were 10-5 up. But still, as you said, taking those risks in these key moments, and generally speaking, across this map, I've seen TSM trying to play a lot of one-on-ones, and it just generally been going NaVi's way, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. And just back to that risk play from karrigan. Yeah, it's so hard so you can gain something. Like, either they rush monster or just push a lot of AKs, and then you're probably just gonna get one, and you're gonna fall back in a position where you would rather have a rifle, or someone is gonna hold you with an AWP, and then you're gonna die.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know in which situations that would be good. It's if one NaVi player would hold there with an AK, which is very unlikely.
Alright, so it's gonna be once again a very similar opening on both sides. The pressure from NaVi into the A toilets area, and it's going to be flamie who picks up a really long range frag there onto the device. cajunB does get a trade, but it's going much better for NaVi. The weapon advantage started picking up that frag, but the AWP is certainly going to make things really troublesome now for the remainder of TSM. So the thing is that there's so much time left here, but flamie's just going to charge up by himself, and both players have been pulled towards A for TSM. And again, NaVi have got so much time to play with. They don't have to rush themselves.
Yeah, just going 2 people long. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the third one who's playing balloons right now. It's just gonna go slowly towards short. He just wants to watch the flank from the stairs first. Sipnik's all alone here. Spotted one there.
Okay, there is the incendiary turn as well. He's going to rotate to the flank very quickly, which is smart because if karrigan pushes in, then they can attack from 2 different angles at once. The Zin's gets smoked off. He's going to take the opportunity to push straight through, but Guardian finds the shot onto him, and it's just down to karrigan now, in-game leader here for TSM, to try to keep them in it on map 1 in this series, and he is going to get dropped by CEST, 16-6. Big map number 1 here from NaVi. They are not messing around in TSM. That was rough.
Yeah, and like the 2 key rounds on the last half was TSM won the pistol. Then they lost that Tech 9 round where karrigan took that really weird position on B behind the pillar, where he just should have, like, either you push all the way up or you just fall back. You don't do something like in between. And of course the round where they had that double eco, they went for the double AWP, and then the karrigan just peaked. It feels like I'm flaming karrigan here, but like it was those 2 like key rounds that lost them that half, I think.
Yeah, so we are going to have to see if they can recover on their pick Cobblestone, which is, again, an interesting one. It does feel like both teams are kind of trying to like counter-pick each other, which is not the usual thing here, and you can see that Device looks absolutely beside himself there. Wow, I mean, just take that in for a moment. Like, it's definitely looking like he's really stressed out, and it's not, like, it's actually getting into their heads a little bit. So, well, guys, we'll take a short little break here, and we'll come back with the analysis of map number 1 between these 2 teams. So stay with us. We'll be back after the break. Very soon. Very soon. It's coming. I promise you guys. There will be a break so you can go to the bathroom. Hydrate. That's good. Get yourself hydrated. It's very
G2A.com, the best video game store ever! Fast as lightning, solid as a rock, cheap as duck! What's more, you can sell on it because it's also a marketplace. Remember G2A.com, the best video game store ever!
esportsbets.com, the service where gamers will bet real money on virtual events. Only here, the best odds and widest coverage of games from Dota 2 to Hearthstone. We have over 200,000 users registered. Join us. Prove that you are the best versed in esports. Who will get the first blood? Who will take the first Roshan? Who will win the knife round? Participate in the race of predictors and earn real money. The more bids, the more bonuses. Reward for your first deposit up to $600. esportsbets.com. Foresight, passion, and calculation.
We chased after the sun and the fading light of day. Watch the broken shards slip away.
Hello, and welcome back to FaceIt LAN Finals. Thorin was just singing, and he's got us all flustered.
He's really good.
Maybe we'll get him to do that at some point.
Maybe.
We've got 2 days left.
Still time.
A day and a game, day and a map, couple of maps. If you want to get flustered at home, you can win. You can win 2 Asimovs by, I guess, writing things in the chat, which will come up on screen soon. But we're going to be giving away 2 Asimovs very soon. Asimov Orps, I believe.
Oh, okay. I'd sure love to get my hands on one of those sweet Asimovs.
Yeah, that badonkadonk. Right.
The things I'd do with one of those.
What would you do with it?
Caress it gently, whisper sweet nothings into it.
Does that work with an Asimov? Does it make it work better?
I don't know. I've just seen snipers doing it.
Exclamation mark Lord Thorin is the thing that people are writing in chat. So go ahead and
that makes you win things.
Spam the hell out of Lord Thorin. And yeah, okay. First map.
Get a hold of one of my sweet Asimovs.
Okay, let's go into the.
Get a handful of that.
Let's.
They're a real handful, aren't they? Yeah.
They are a handful. Puns.
It's not even funny, but I'm laughing anyway. What have you done to us?
You've made him go.
No, he's gone. He's done. He's done. He's on tilt.
I'm fine.
It's like
Overpass.
TSM member right now.
Overpass. It does seem like NaVi did get into the head of TSM, right?
Well, especially as the same exact thing happened. TSM got some rounds on T side, but they still had their problems, and then on CT side they couldn't hold at all. Even when they won pistols, it's like the perfect start. They immediately got wrecked by the Tech 9s, and so they just look really bad on these second half CT rounds. Like they can't hold it together. They get, even when they have good positioning, they get overrun there. And it's the same guys left like 1v3 in impossible scenarios.
Did you feel like then that it was more tactical mistakes then than just them playing badly because they were tilted, as we would say?
I mean, it was also the right sort of opponent to bring this out them, because the other thing is, NaVi, like a lot of the really good Eastern European teams, they play that like aggressive style, and the whole point is when they're on top of you, they're just going to keep going. So as a result, yeah, I think they did their best VP impression in a sense, just tried to overrun the sites. They weren't going slowly in with like perfect smokes and flashes. It was like one smoke and everyone goes in, and so
it was down then to the TSM guys. It's up to them to then hold their spot. And you know that one spot in the main site where karrigan has all those highlight kills when TSM's doing well? He's not getting anything there now. He's just getting taken out immediately, even when he has a full buy.
So guys, what do you think TSM can do now? Can they, like, what's the key to them coming back into this game?
Win 2 maps.
Don't say that, Fari. What's the key? What's the key? Not what do they have to do, because obviously they've got to win a map.
You don't need keys
Yeah.
in CSGO. You just press use on the door and it opens.
Which map is it?
Open cases.
Is it Mirage now, or is this third one?
I can tell you that the next
Cash.
one is Cash.
Cash.
That's a good point,
okay.
actually. We didn't actually get to go through the V. Let's do that first, so everyone at home knows exactly what's coming up. So we've just had Overpass, first map. Next map will be Cash, and if we need a third map, it'll be Mirage. So yeah, Cash.
Yeah, Cash. First of all, you could just look at the expression on device face after that game. I think they really need to like collect themselves, maybe have like a 5-minute break, just talk things over. And I actually think that, like what Thorn talked about earlier, they could even like maybe get a little more upset with each other. I think that's better than just sitting like all alone, just like looking down at the monitor. Just if you're like disappointed in someone or like you're feeling down, you just have to express yourself, or else you're just gonna like keep building it up inside of you and just.
Yeah.
I feel like that was almost like a life lesson for you, DDK. You know, don't just bottle it up. Don't just let it fester away. If someone's annoying you, someone keeps going at you over and over again. You know, you just got to come out and say what you really feel, man. Own it.
This is actually your thing, isn't it? You're like, he's expecting me to like explode one day because
I'm trying to. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go into map.
It's okay. He's going to get me back so hard one day.
Let's go into
guys.
map number 2, guys. It's ready.
Okay.
Cash. Let's see if TSM will be going home. Take it away.
Okay, so you're talking about like them expressing themselves, and that's a pretty interesting point from the perspective of that. If they get into their heads, I mean, we saw some rounds from them, right? Actually, into the pistol here. I'll quickly finish the point where they were making things too complicated instead of keeping it simple, second guessing themselves. And this is a crazy position here from flamie. Oh please, they aren't going to check it. He's going to come in from the back. flamie just tapping away. Can't find a headshot just yet, but there it is. flamie will take down dupreeh, and this is a great setup around this this B bomb site here. Looks like NaVi already in their faces, and no one dies.
Yeah, just perfect execution there from NaVi. The thought about having one guy behind the box is you have one guy there, and I think they had one guy up on the high ramp just spotting. And like you just give TSM the site, because it doesn't matter, but as long as flamie is behind the box in vent room, they have the control of vent room, which basically means holding the site for TSM is basically impossible. So they just say, take the site, we will just keep vent room, wait for a backup, and just run over you, and that's exactly what happened.
But they are going to go for the surprise buy here. Tech 9s, armor, full nades, not going to wait. And we all know how strong this can be, especially if they've got the grenades, the set play to come in. And dupreeh going to be able to toss in a smoke or two. Now, of course, the thing about this play is that it can be fairly telegraphed, because you see the smoke coming from miles away. However, they don't have anyone who's actually really close in rotation. The guy that would be close to short is actually pushed in middle at the moment. So TSM might have a small window.
And they're actually going for the A split here. I think they smoked off the back of sight, so they can't get spotted there from middle. And I wouldn't be surprised to see these guys too on the boost just run out here in a second.
But they're a little bit too slow, because actually NaVi pushed flamie up onto B storage, so they know it's going to be an A play. In comes Zipnix, they know exactly what's happening, they just have to hit the shots. TSM trying to get it done with the Tech 9s. So far it's a bit back and forth here, but they still are yet to break through the bomb site defense, where almost the entire NaVi lineup has been waiting for them. Bullets hailing in there towards Zeus, but he's going to be able to hold. Excellent stuff there from NaVi. They pushed flamie at the perfect moment into B storage to have 4 men just sitting on the A bomb site.
And that's just such a smart play from NaVi, and I want to see that more from a lot of teams. As soon as you see the smokes going over on A, you just want to send one guy fourth on B. You can just have 2 guys on B, but just send one guy fourth, and he can say, it's not a fake. And then you just leave him there in the window room, and you can just stack 4 people A, and just perfect play there from NaVi. It's what basically won them the round.
And TSM, they're going to have to go pretty much a full safe now. They don't have any grenades to work with, a couple P250s. However, that is going to do some damage here. karrigan and Device both picking up frags, so NaVi with a bit of a cleanup operation on their hands. They're actually even a man down, and we're going to jump in the back there with the SMG to eliminate Device. But what is going on here? We've got weapons picked up from TSM. karrigan with 3 kills, finds Zeus as well. 4K there, and they erupt. Great stuff there. TSM pulling themselves back in.
And that was the worst thing that could happen to NaVi. The thing that can bring a team like TSM back to gain momentum is winning a round like that. That's like an eco round, just straight up YOLO A main, like just go for the kills, and karrigan just picking up 4 kills. I wouldn't be surprised if he will like improve his play here after this round.
So here we go, we've got karrigan with a nice grenade that is able to throw through that smoke, and going to be a mid-take from them. Able to already win a bit of a duel there against Zeus. Edward going to fall when he tries to peek as well, so TSM not looking too shabby now. They gain an advantage, going to turn it into a B play as they drop through the vents, but NaVi actually defending pretty well. They've put it to a 2-on-2 all of a sudden, but TSM going to smoke off CT. And they've actually created a good situation now. They've got a plant at the back of the site now. I'm not sure exactly which plant it was, how visible it is towards the player device on checkers.
I'm pretty sure it's standard plant there.
Okay, so here comes C's wrapping around. They have to keep a man on the site here. In karrigan, it's just Guardian left for the AWP. Doesn't want to risk it. Looks like TSM have done it.
And very nice round there from TSM. That looked like a very set mid execution. You saw how karrigan was walking up in the corner there, in mid, and he knew it was going to be smoked, so he was like, okay, I have to aim at this like pixel on the wall, run 5 steps forward, just throw the mollo, and it's going to land at sandbags.
Yeah.
And we actually followed the mollo there. It was a really nice set execution there for TSM.
Yeah, they covered all their bases, and it's pretty easy to learn that stuff as well. But yeah, we don't see enough teams using plays like that, I think.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of teams, especially teams like NIP, they just go for the kind of like, just throw it randomly. And I mean, it isn't the biggest deal, perhaps, but if it can help a little bit, it's worth the time investment.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we got karrigan there, just watching over A main against any potential pushes, but they know the Guardian's on the AWP still. It'd be really nice if they could find out where he is. I don't know if they know just yet. I don't think he fired his AWP. Gonna fall back here, back into the angle towards B storage now. He's going to fire a shot. They are going to need to overwhelm him. He's going to actually have to connect some shots, but he's missing the first couple of shots, and that cannot happen here for a NaVi, and it's going to be TSM cleaning up very easily. They got the B bomb site. They got the bomb down. There's 2 players left for NaVi. They only have pistols, and they cannot recover the AWP. It's in fact going to be up to TSM whether they decide to bring it into the next round or not, and it's going to be Zipnix picking it up.
And I must question the decision there from NaVi to not have a player close to Guardian. You always want, if Guardian dies, you just want someone just to be able to pick up that up and just keep firing it. And just playing all alone at that, like we call it the headshot area there on the B-bomb site. It's just kind of weird, especially like if he dies, there's no way they're gonna be able to get that up either.
Indeed. Well, they are going to have to buy our NaVi to keep themselves in this one and stop TSM from getting control. And they're going to go with an aggressive push through Squeaky to kick things off. They're pretty standard elsewhere on the map. It's about the Squeaky play for them, and so far they've seen nothing. Device is going to spot 2 players, and he's going to be able to actually survive. Doesn't really even take much damage here, and they're going to get caught by the player on A main. So this is beautiful stuff here from TSM to react so quickly to actually punish this one, as we have karrigan still working on potential picking opportunities towards the B-bomb site if NaVi were going to go and basically play for the information, but they're not. But here goes TSM through towards B storage onto that B-bomb site. Zeus very close. Going to spot the Molotov in there, and they do have players able to drop through the vents, so NaVi, Zeus, can he deliver? There's frag number 1. dupreeh goes down. cajunB and Zipnix claiming themselves some frags as well. Device trying to catch one on the rotation with the flank, but it's not going to happen. So NaVi 2 against 3 here. The bomb planted on B. Their economy is not in a good place.
Yeah, just looks like TSM is playing a really well T-half right now.
So we'll have to see if NaVi are going to be able to bring things back anytime soon. I mean, it's going to probably go to 5 rounds for TSM. You'd assume that, I mean, NaVi have an eco coming up, and well, this is nice for them. I mean, they're starting off the second map with things going their way.
Yeah, exactly. And I think where you can tell that NaVi has watched a lot of TSM replays in this round was how NaVi put 2 guys in that weird corner inside the door, because they probably know that Device likes to just push the, you can see here on the overview, because they know that Device just goes door every single round. He just goes to shows, okay, I'm at the door, you guys have to defend door, But Device doing that like fast shoulder peek, being a bit lucky, spotting both the players, calling it to Zipnix, who could just go to A main, just box them in, and they got the enter frag thanks to that.
Okay, well, so they're going to go for a quick boost here over the top here with Device on the AWP. Can he get anything? There is Edward, who's behind the white box, but I don't think he's going to show himself. These players know the angles super well. Zeus is alone here, so it's a bit of a weird situation, considering that there's some worse than weapons safe, so maybe they can even pull something off here. But Edward is going to go down. He was one of the riflers for NaVi, but that rifle is recoverable, I do believe. I think flamie did just pick it up. Device is slowly making his way up middle.
And great mid control here from TSM. Probably just gonna take a peek towards A. And the great thing about having middle in this map is that you can peek towards A and you can just rush through the vents towards B, which is exactly what they're doing right now.
Yeah, looking like it's working out quite well. And NaVi, do they want to get these weapons into the next round? I mean, Guardian's going to take down Zipnix, but yeah, it looks like he's going to go very defensive. Now, flamie, should he be this close to the B-bomb site right now, or should he be playing with Guardian?
He should just try to fall back, but at the same time, he doesn't want to run from here. He doesn't want to give away his position, and it's a really smart play here from TSM to boost dupreeh up the vents. Probably going to catch flamie.
Okay, flamie will go down, so Guardian going to have to try to survive now. There's quite a lot of time till that bomb explodes, so they could actually find him, and he's got no armor, so this is going to be pretty hard. dupreeh just trying to get some angles here with that ladder. They know he's either Squeak or the quad boxes now. They absolutely have checked everywhere else. And there it is. dupreeh takes the kill. No weapons to be saved from NaVi into the next round. And that could have saved them quite a bit of cash. So pretty nice job there by TSM. We're going to see double up now.
Yeah, and Guardian, let's see if he's going to go for the B peak or if he's going to go for the boost peak. We actually have seen Edward going for like a tower where they will peek the boost. It's going to be interesting to see if they're going to do this now. However, it looks like Edward just going for the B peak, Guardian peeking the boost.
Yeah, lots of presence toward A main actually, and it's just Seized alone. He's not even in a very forward position towards even towards quad either. So basically, they'd be playing with the retakes if the nades come in. NaVi. And there it is, the nades are coming in and they have to immediately go for the retake, but they're not on the bomb site, so this is going to get really weird for NaVi to defend. Zipnix over the top there, going to get dropped by Zeus. He's wise to that quick angle over the storage. We have karrigan now moving through with dupreeh, so they have a good situation on the bomb site, but actually NaVi have slowed them down enough that they are getting positions all around them, but it is TSM winning these battles. 3 against 2, they are taking the advantages, but in comes flamie through the squeaky door, able to remove Device, and that's going to give a bit of breathing room towards Edward. But oh, Edward not spotted, misses that shot. He wasn't even looking. That was so key, and you can tell that he knows it. And I think it was on cajunB as well, who then killed his teammate. So that shot missed by Edward was everything for NaVi.
Yeah, that was really, really close, and I just want to point out how nice round this was by TSM. Like, you could say like, oh, CEST is playing alone A, because that is why NaVi thinks that, okay, if they're gonna go for the A, they're gonna throw the smokes over the roof, which telegraphs that they're going A, yeah, from there. But what TSM does so smartly is that they throw the smokes from A main, which saves them like 5 or 6 seconds, and then TSM can't go back to A site. That's actually like a standard setup right now in the meta, where you go for 3 people mid, 1 guy on A, and you can just rotate back to A, like you saw them like 3-4 seconds. So just a great way to adapt to the meta there from TSM.
They have shown a lot of innovation, I gotta say, and it is definitely keeping them ahead. So, well, Nate's going over the boost there, missing its mark a little bit, and cajun. Actually, not. Nope, they got 3 guys towards short at the moment. So what's going on with the rotations here for NaVi?
Yeah, it still looks like they're just going for 1 guy alone on A, 2 people on short.
They're moving around quite a lot, actually. The 3 players in middle. A lot of back and forth here. Now they settle back towards A. Guardian sees and flamie. But TSM, they are playing a much slower pace this round. Much slower. Looking for a potential delayed mid-take into the B split. But they've put 4 players towards B. Now Zeus is really close. He's got no one for support either. So he's completely committed. Now they have an idea of what's coming. And immediately Zeus goes down. TSM couldn't have a better scenario to play with. There's even a lurker here in karrigan, just sitting on top of the boost, gonna slow the retake down by killing flamie. And here it is. They've got to try to take him together. But karrigan is just going to back away. Oh, and he's even going to survive here. This is so hard to deal with for NaVi. They got completely outplayed in this round.
Yeah, and as you said, why was Zeus all alone on the B bomb side? It doesn't make any sense. And like, if you're alone there, you need to have the information. You need to have a DP, because if you're playing as defensive as Zeus was doing there, if they go for the B execute, like, he's probably maximum is gonna get 1 kill, and then you're just gonna lose the round. So there's no point of him being there.
Okay, well, we'll have to see if NaVi can recover somehow. Will he actually save both of these weapons? Guardian. Oh, he actually gets Guardian in like the last milliseconds there. That's a really big deal, considering that they actually have enough money to actually force it up. So Guardian's going to get himself the AWP, but he's got no armor now. He actually went for the nade and the flash with that.
And it looks like now he's so afraid of that A push from TSM that they actually had 3 guys on the A bomb site, which, yeah, made the B completely open. And I mean, they can't play with 3 on A and 1 on B. It just doesn't work.
Well, CEST going to get the kill onto karrigan, who did open the door. And wow, another one coming from CEST with the FAMAS there. So they're actually thinning out this push before it hits the bomb site. Now TSM really wants to barrel through, and they're going to keep the effort going with just a limited number of players, and they're making it work right now. cajunB and dupreeh coming in with some great fragging. Now Zipnix all alone, one-on-one. Guardian creeping up from A main, and Zipnix, I don't know that he understands exactly where Guardian is at the moment, and that's the only advantage Guardian can actually have as Zipnix goes to play the angle, spots Guardian, and now he knows. Zipnix, with that flash, is going to buy himself a little bit of extra time, the smoke as well, to work with, forcing Guardian into a very awkward spot. But he's coming in from behind at the moment. Zipnix not looking the right way. Guardian's going to get the drop on him, picked up the FAMAS, gets the spray, and the defuse is going to come in as he's got a kit, and NaVi will save the round. But do you think that NaVi, or rather TSM, are getting into NaVi's head a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. And sure, NaVi won that round, but they won with 1 player left. Did manage to get that AWP, but a double AWP now from TSM. If NaVi loses this round, we're probably gonna see a double-digit score for TSM this half, because their economy is just gonna be, they're gonna have no money at all.
Oh, and cajunB has a really good timing for the player, the flamie, is gonna drop down. And actually, okay, flamie's not gonna drop down. He's gonna play it super safe, wait for the smoke to pop before falling down. And that means cajunB just can't get a shot, which is how you should do it. NaVi, you want to mix it up though, go aggressive. Here goes the counter boost. Oh, Device sends Edwards flying straight back down from whence he came. And it's going to be a 4 versus 3. Again, TSM in an excellent position with NaVi scattered across the map and without a proper defense into B. It's just flamie with that M4. Smoke's going off now. Going to force flamie back towards the CT angle potentially, but that's smoked off as well. What on earth can they even do here? Device is going to pick off CEST as he tries to rotate for the retake, and they just have to save. Again, outplayed, it would seem.
Yeah, and TSM should really go for the picks. They should know that NaVi is so low on money right now.
So it's really encouraging to see TSM having... Well, they had so much trouble on Overpass, and it really did seem like they're losing a lot of Angels. We could see Device there at the end. He was really bummed. Like, he was really down there because he was really struggling.
Yeah, but now he's just playing great, and saving these 2 weapons in this round could actually be like maybe map deciding, and it looks like TSM is actually gonna let Guardian save that up.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Playing with fire. And there wasn't even any real reason to do that as well. Just
and
like
Guardian went down the last millisecond.
Again, that has happened. So
they lost their AWP, and look at the money. They have 1 M4, but as T, if you know they have 1 gun, you'd much rather play versus an M4 than an AWP. So TSM is just so happy right now.
Yeah, it's not going the way of NaVi at all. So this is working out super well for them. So here we go, we've got karrigan able to get the first kill onto CEST. So we might be in for another very fast map potentially. TSM looking very dominant at the moment, strolling in on top of that B bomb site, easy take. And flamie is just, well, what are you going to say about flamie in this position? He's up against 2 AWPs, bomb ticking away, 2 AKs as well. Gonna spot some people jumping around, and potentially could have picked up a kill there, but even still, not going to be able to get all that much. He did try to get some damage done, but now he's falling back.
Yeah, like, he must save this weapon. Why would he even go for that peek? There's no way they can break NaVi's bank. It just doesn't make any sense. You can actually see TSM not going for flamie, which is also kind of weird decision considering the money situation. Just look at cajunB, 10k, 8k on Sipnik, so
it means that he can drop that M4, actually buy a FAMAS for himself, and actually they can have like an interesting buy here. So it's really weird that flamie even considered a peek onto the site. I mean,
plus the TSM didn't go for him after they knew where he was.
I mean, if you guys at home, like, if you look at the money of TSM, they got ridiculous money. At best, he gets 1 kill there, which removes like 5k of that, which is completely meaningless, and losing his M4. So they're actually going to go for another save, actually. Looks like they want that really big buy as well, as you were mentioning on Overpass, to get that complete lockout set up. And, well, TSM playing it slow to begin with. The bomb is actually all the way out there on A main at the moment. So that would indicate that they are probably going to go for a straight-up A play here. They got the AWP device going to take down flamie up in middle. It's cleaning these players out.
Yeah, and I think they're just going to go for their A main play here.
He's able to get a bit of a spraying wildly with the 5-7. The monkey business, that was definitely a bit crazy, but it's going to be just Guardian and Zeus left. Now Zeus actually with an AK has a kit as well on him. Now can Guardian pick up anything with the deagle here? Ooh, spots one player there, that's the second one. No simple deags from Guardian there. So 10-3 to score, and there are your double digits. And NaVi go for the full buy, looking for that 10-5.
And double op here. And we see 5 Molotovs as well for TSMs, and 5 smokes, or 4 smokes at least. And I wouldn't be surprised if NaVi went for the tower in mid now to watch out the boost, because they know device always go up the boost, and by the looks of it, we might see it. No, now Edward's there alone. Looks like he's just gonna send white box.
Oh, gets caught with a nade out, and Zeus will get the frag. Going to fall back now, going to spot all the players towards B, and again, they don't really have many players in B, but this time Zeus actually managed to do a lot of damage, but with a lot of risks taken, and it's still going to be favourable for TSM considering the smokes that are now down, and the bomb can get planted. They just got to wait for the smokes to go away, and they don't have any money left. What do they do here? Another save?
Yeah, they have to save these weapons.
They keep getting into this position where they just have to go for the saves, and I think they're just getting frustrated that again keeps happening over and over again, and instead they're just like, well, screw it.
Yeah, and it just comes down to that TSM they're getting the entry frags in mid, and they're just making a good decision whether to go A or B. It sounds really simple, but as you can see, they're always pushing the right side, and because they have that great information in mid, you can keep track of the rotations of the CT, and I don't know what NaVi can do in this at this moment.
We are going to see the FAMASes and the Mag 7 there from Edwards. So yeah, this is a really scrappy buy here from NaVi, to say the least. As we have CEST gets challenged up on short, they are going to eliminate him as they stroll on into the bomb site. And once again, they have a site, and there are 2 players from NaVi really far away. And yeah, really strange.
And 12-3. It's gonna be here any second for TSM as team cash. This would be like their biggest choke ever if they're not able to close this one out now.
Yeah. And you know what's interesting actually is in that previous round where they had the full buy, Zeus was again alone on B, but it's not like he was alone on B. He was playing vents, so he didn't get boosted there. He went through middle, so your B player is playing middle into vents. Isn't that a little bit weird?
Yeah, I guess they were just so afraid of the AWP of the device just running up the boost, but I agree I think it's more effective to just boost him, especially because the vent is still whole, so you have that element of surprise still.
And you have a teammate to play with.
Yeah.
I mean, it does. It's very, very risky. At least that's basically what it was. Very, very risky. Okay, so we've got the pistol now. This is where NaVi can bring themselves back, or TSM can just close it out. And already there's the single smoke there to give them a little bit of coverage into the vents for the B split. So very simple round playing out so far for NaVi. TSM knows exactly what's coming. dupreeh's at the back of the check is going to stop them from getting in there, and they are just popping heads. TSM looking fantastic. dupreeh gets challenged finally, but they might even want to go for the knife here, but it's going to be TSM taking that pistol.
And I would actually say it's becoming a standard to playing behind that box on the CT pistol round, because the options is just so bad for the terrorists. They can either like try to hunt him down, and you have to go so deep into the vent room, it actually buys enough time for the CTs, your teammates, to just rotate to you, or they can leave you there, which basically is like saying, okay, you can have the vent room. So it's like a lose-lose situation for the terrorists.
And you're right. I mean, NaVi did exactly the same move actually with flamie, and he actually got a lot of damage done because they didn't want to go that deep. So, as you say, really strong position there.
Maybe the next thing in the meta is buying a Mollo on the T-pistol.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting one. I mean, it's cheaper than on the CT side, so you could probably justify that investment.
Yeah, and of course we're going to see a full tech buy here from NaVi. They have to get back into this game right away.
All right, so got karrigan there by the sandbags. This is a great position, actually. At this range, the pistols are going to have to connect with the head, and that's going to be very random for that to happen. So karrigan gets himself a really good engagement over the boost, but he's actually exposed a little bit. He moved too wide on the peak. Can't use the sandbags properly. NaVi getting the frags all over the shop, as it's just Device and cajunB now. Here is the Mag 7, though, from Device. Oh, missing both shots there. And the third one. Edward takes him down. And this is really bad here. TSM, it's just on cajunB. There's 4 guys left alive. cajunB has to get frags here. He can't let them pick up all these weapons. Just strewn across the floor.
Yeah, but at the same time, he must realize, okay, we have 13-3 lead. Just fall back and don't do that.
Oh my god.
And go for a double eco now. They really should go for a double eco. Don't buy even a P250. We see a P250 there for dupreeh, but it was a nice round by NaVi, but I don't know if they should have challenged them like they did there in middle. And also the weapon of choice of Device. The state the SMGs are in right now, I would almost say like the SMGs are way superior to the shotguns even in close combat.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're much more mobile. Weirdly. So we're going to have NaVi just trying to get the cleanup of the on the anti-eco around here, and they are just, again, they don't care. They're just moving forwards, taking the frags as they come, probably predicting the hards, like full-on eco, and was really fast round here from them. One frag actually found, which is kind of nice, but yeah, we're going to move into the next eco now, and TSM, again, probably close to a full save here. That's exactly what we're seeing, which is good.
Yeah.
A couple of nades, actually. Device and Zenix, where are those going to go? Oh, 3 actually.
Maybe they just go for the boost, maybe? Because then you have the biggest chance of hitting 2 players. Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, that was spot on timing-wise as well. That would have hit them straight in the face. That's gutting there. But we'll have to see if they even get an opportunity to get some jewels here. We have the AKs, or the rifles. We've got the AWP and Guardian. It's just actually Zeus who's got an SMG. The rest of them are really on some strong weapons. So far so good here for NaVi. Actually going to lose 2 players as I say that. And weapons looking to be reclaimed here by TSM.
He has a bomb in mid. And he's just standing there.
And he's also got the AWP as well. It's that least mobile player. Let's give him the bomb, guys.
and an AWP.
And an AWP, yeah, exactly. This is interesting here. Device is going to be able to use that M4 to good effect here, and TSM might actually be able to steal this one away. They don't have any armor, which is, again, a problem, but Guardian, that's not really going to matter if you're dueling up against him. You've got to find the headshot onto Guardian straight away. Oh, he's going to find it, though. Pop Sipnix with that AWP. And now it's just Device. And Guardian spots the pixel, misses the shot, though. Going to give Device maybe another chance for a peek.
Device just saved.
Oh, wow, he could actually kill Guardian there. Guardian pulls out the pistol, really afraid, and I mean, that's an M4 into the next round. I mean, they have their 4 by now. So, did he actually get some tags there? I think he might have done.
And the freedom TSM have now, having a 13-6 lead, is that they can go for more of a risky play. The style we saw from NaVi when they played 3 on A, they can go for that kind of play and just leave 1 guy on B, because if they like take a risk and just chooses the wrong site, they can just save the weapons and take a risk next round. I mean, they're gonna be right eventually, and seeing that they only need 3 rounds, that's probably like the most safest way of approaching the situation.
Okay, well, let's see how they actually decide to go for it. I mean, we do have NaVi going to be up against 2 AWPs, karrigan and cajunB at the moment. So good economy here for TSM, lots of grenades to work with as well. Device is up on the outer kind of catwalk area there towards A main. And karrigan up on the white box. So very standard positions here from both teams actually. Just the split and pick style coming in from NaVi early into the rounds, being defensive. Device actually peeking into A main. He's going to actually get into the locker position. So this is quite committed, but it's pretty good map control for TSM. That's going to allow them maybe even to rotate a player back towards middle or B. Delayed mid take coming in.
Sipnix standing there on the A side, just providing flashes for Device as well.
we've got Edward all the way up to white box here with a teammate, so they're looking to get themselves up close and personal with any players lurking around that position. But TSM playing the ranges, but that's not good against Guardian with that AWP in his hands. And now Zipnix, he's the only guy looking in at the moment. He's got Device in the lockers, but again, it's a committed position. He's going to find Zeus. Perfect timing for that peek. And that's going to give TSM a really good chance to hold any A plays with Device in that position. In they go.
An A split here, CEST all alone with the bomb, but I think he's going to be able to take Device down.
Device turning his back towards A main for a moment there. Edward going to pick up the kill against Zipnix. So this is actually happening right now. cajunB does eliminate Edward. Really nice flick shot there. Sees planting the bomb 1-on-2. dupreeh from A main. Sees, again, doesn't know for sure where both players are. Well, I think he knows where one is, but not necessarily the other one. As he just lies in wait now. There it is. Gets the first player. Great position there from CEST. Now it's a 1-on-1. He spots the next one. CEST just has to hold his nerve. Spots him over at the top of the red container now. There it is. Moves on top of him and CEST gets the shot.
And I think TSM will be forced to yet another eco here. And I mean, it's getting closer and closer, actually.
Me and Thread just... like Fred's giggling here next to me. we're like no,
no, not
don't think about it.
I'm not even gonna say the word.
Don't do it.
Thinking about.
Don't do it. So 13-7. We've got a save here from TSM. The economy has been broken. We have NaVi rolling on into the B bomb site. They are taking over checkers. They're slowly but surely going to be able to get the bomb planted. And there's not a lot that TSM can really do with the loadout that they have in this round. And Device in that spot where, again, should probably just go for the save here. There's not a lot he can accomplish. They went for the initial... well, karrigan went for a foray there into the B storage to try to get a kill. Maybe that could have helped a play happen, but Device really just has to back away and save that M4 now. Play for the exit, so they're going to flash it in, but he's in a lot of trouble now. They're going to just spray him down.
Yeah, and...
I'm looking at you, Threat. Why? Why Threat? Why is he there, Threat?
I just have to bring up this topic about choke once again.
Uh-oh.
Because I think it actually might be in like TSM's head now. Like, when they lost at 1v2 versus CEST.
Yeah.
Like, maybe because of the Virtus game, they will just think, oh, not again, not again. And then just having that in their back of their mind is... might actually punish them here, but they have such a big lead. They should be able to close this one out now.
This is when they need to get mad. Get angry.
Virtus style.
When life gives you lemons, shoot them with AWPs.
Okay.
Alright, we have TSM now with the full buy. So they've been waiting for this round. And karrigan on the AWP there for the team. And they're actually going to lose a man towards B storage, actually. So NaVi gaining some ground there. They got 3 players, actually, towards her as well. It's not just like they have a lurker towards B storage picking up a player. They're actually kind of have a huge presence in this area, and TSM don't know about it just yet. So we have just dupreeh in checkers to deal with this. And the bomb is still actually towards the boost area.
And I like that they put 2 people here. It's very nice frag there from karrigan.
Spots the next player as well. He actually gets tagged down a little bit. Oh, great shot there from karrigan, taking down Zeus. TSM in the nick of time, positioning karrigan to help out dupreeh and hold the B bomb site. It was very vulnerable for a moment there. NaVi almost pushed through. They still want it though. Edward is coming through vents. dupreeh's on the angle. He's so ready for this. Takes the frag onto Edward. And it looks very calm here so far from TSM. Oh my goodness, that one tap there from dupreeh, and there's the grenade. Bye-bye Guardian, as dupreeh ends the round. Great stuff there from TSM, 14-8. And it's going to be a pretty good survival with 3 players.
And those 2 op frags from karrigan, they were so crucial. I mean, TSM going down 1 man early. It was looking like now was going to take this round as well, but karrigan just... I don't know, maybe he just had a gut feeling it was going to be B, just rotated him back to B, getting those 2 frags.
Yeah, he's been the hero of TSM in recent months, to be honest. This guy has been stepping it up again and again, and also as the in-game leader. That is fantastic. Lead by example. And karrigan's doing just that. So different round here. Device actually pushing up close, getting the kill from Zeus, who was trying to push mid a little bit. So they've lost a man early here, have NaVi. But it's very early into the round.
And Looks like it might be an A push here, since flamie is in store. We have another guy here in A main. Bomb is slowly rotating back to the A side.
Good tag there from karrigan. Yet again, he's always connecting with the damage. It's AWP, and they have rotated 3 players now, so NaVi are going to have to be godlike to actually bust the defense down on this site, because karrigan's on the angle, so is Device. And they do also have Xyp9x there as well. So Xyp9x very good at holding down the quad position. And they're going to lose karrigan. They might not expect Xyp9x to be there, but they do know that Xyp9x is their A player. He's so good at this quad position. Takes down Edward already. 2 more players in, though, from NaVi. That's all they have to throw at this A bomb site. There's the spray from Xyp9x. Pulls out the pistol. Guardian going to get eliminated as well. Xyp9x holding it for TSM. They're on match, or rather, sorry, map point now. 15-8. And if the, those thoughts and horrors were kind of creeping at the back of their mind, well, they've been pushed back again. TSM are in it to win it.
Yeah, 7 map rounds now, and we see Edward only with a tech, 3 smokes to play with, so TSM really should be able to close this map out now.
Okay, we have an interesting situation now as they need a bit of a risky play here. Guardian really needs to hit a shot, but karrigan's going to get that kill. They needed an early round advantage. That would have helped them massively in breaking a site for TSM. Device is creeping around the smoke. I think flamie actually spotted him for a second, potentially. So he knows someone's out there somewhere. But which way does he look? He's got no support. It's going to be pretty impossible for flamie to push that successfully. NaVi looking for frags all over the map, and it's going to be CEST gets caught off with a reload there. And TSM are picking up frag after frag. It's just Edward and Zeus now. And they're pretty spread out. They have 50 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, they have to go for this.
It's definitely a tough round now. Edward's got an AWP. Now, this guy is the man you want in spots like this. As Dorian mentioned, he is super clutch. So the pressure just does not affect him. It just bounces straight off of him. He won't find anything in A main, though. He's going to try to rejoin Zeus over towards mid. But now it's Edward against the world. 4 players from TSM here against Edward. There is it. There it is. Device gets the frag. And TSM, they managed to close it. They closed the map. And that's going to bring us to the 3rd one. So,
and once again, 3 maps between these teams. And NaVi with that convincing win on the first map, on their own map. And yeah, TSM winning their own map very, very convincingly as well. So let's see if they are evenly matched on the Mirage.
Yeah, any particularly interesting moments there from this match? I mean, to me, it felt like NaVi struggled massively. Like it felt like their CT setups were weird. It felt like they completely misread.
Yeah, exactly. And like they were taking like huge risks.
Yeah.
They were down like 5-1. It was still like in the early stages of the map, and they still decided to like, oh, let's just leave Zeus alone at B.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say,
what can he possibly achieve when he's playing thus passively? Like it would even be better to put him on A, because then he could at least save his gun if they push B.
Yeah.
Because then they're gonna lose the round if they push towards him.
Yeah, because defensively the options there kind of suck.
Yeah.
Offensively, to take B storage, your options kind of suck.
Exactly.
You can't really do all that much. So you lose the natural utility of having checkers or even the site. It's just a very strange thing. And when you see stuff like that, usually you think, okay, well they must have watched some demos and they're trying to counter strat or something. So it could be. Maybe do you think it could be that they're just trying to just straight up counter strat them?
Yeah, it might be. But still, if they were trying to counter strat that they're just going A. Like, why would they still like leave Zeus in that position? Yeah,
Varför?
Yeah, varför?
Varför? How's that?
It's really bad. All the Swedes out there is like.
Mycket dåligt.
Yeah, very bad.
Dåligt?
Mycket dåligt.
Thank you. Dåligt.
Dåligt. Just stop then, please.
I'm trying really hard. But okay, guys, we're going to go to a quick break. Fred will teach me more Swedish in said break, and I'll improve my skills. We'll see you for the analysis of that map right after this.
G2A.com, the best video game store ever! Fast as lightning, solid as a rock, cheap as duck. What's more, you can sell on it because it's also a marketplace. Remember G2A.com, the best video game store ever!
esportsbets.com, the service where gamers will bet real money on virtual events. Only here, the best odds and widest coverage of games from Dota 2 to Hearthstone. We have over 200,000 users registered. Join us. Prove that you are the best versed in esports. Who will get the first blood? Who will take the first Roshan? Who will win the knife round? Participate in the race of predictors and earn real money. The more bids, the more bonuses. Reward for your first deposit up to $600. esportsbets.com. Foresight, passion, and calculation.
Welcome back to the FaceIt Stage 1 LAN Finals. It is the last map of the day here between NaVi and TSM. Get hyped because this is when one of these teams is going to go through as the final team in the semi-finals, which are coming up tomorrow. Thorin, tell me, how hyped are you, my friend?
I can barely, constrain my exuberance. I almost feel like it would do a disservice to how excited I am if I was to show it. So what I'll do is I'll bring the whole volume down so that we kind of zoom in on it, and then I'll just, when I actually then say like, good game, you'll realize, oh my god, the sheer scale of that compared to what it's usually like. So yeah,
okay.
Should be a good game.
Are you guys excited to see who's going to go through and who's going to go home?
I'm excited to see the end
I'm more
of this
excited
game,
than Thorin.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
I can't wait for the end of this game. I can't wait. When this game's over, no matter win or lose, who it is, I'm going to celebrate. Celebrate good times, come on.
I'm not doing that.
No.
Yeah.
It's just a two-shot on you guys. It's great.
That was not rehearsed.
Whatever.
Okay. I just wanted to encourage Thorin to carry on dancing, so I thought I'd keep doing it.
Yeah.
Took one for the team there.
I remembered how much money I'm getting paid. I thought,
Was there something else?
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
Like that.
TSM have brought it back a bit, haven't they, guys?
Oh, those gosh.
I like how you're leaving him out of this. Just like,
love those guys.
that's what I was trying to do before as well.
Again, a third map. Gotta love them. Cheers, guys. Can this one be overtime? Can it?
Actually, it would be the
Can
first.
it be over though? I'd rather it was just over.
Come on,
in
all right.
time.
Stop
Okay.
being so. Don't you enjoy Counter-Strike?
Celebrate good times. Come on. There you go. We're back. Okay. Yeah, sorry, DDK, you were going to say
Somebody
something?
please
Yeah.
gift that.
You were going to say something?
Please gift
I was just going to say that I'm with James here. When I was hosting, I was just
Really?
like, I
You two
was
were
constantly
together?
bringing it to Fifth Lauren because I was like,
Exclusive package?
Fifth Lauren, please
Okay.
give me something because this guy.
You're with him? You two are together?
We
You're
are together.
coming. You let it slip, DDK, on there. I know you were looking for a guy called James for so long.
I'm spoiled for choice. You know how many Jameses are at this
Yeah, but
event?
that one's
I'm spoiled for choice
unobtainable,
because I
you
needed
know.
one called James.
That's the thing, though. This one's unobtainable. So instead, you had to get another James. Like, oh, yeah, I'm just like going to hang out with this other guy, James.
You saying I'm easy?
Trying to make him jealous, you know. He's just using you, I'm afraid, for your looks. But yeah, trying to make the other James jealous, make him know that he's missing out on a good thing. Reliable man with a lot of hair gel in. What's he trying to cover up, really? You know, just how it normally is. How God intended in many ways.
What did NaVi do wrong on Cash?
Great segue. Golf clap for you, sir.
Go, please, threat, save me.
They didn't have a very good style to what they were doing.
Thorin, stop. What do you feel like NaVi did wrong, or do you reckon TSM were just way better than them?
Yeah, just let me focus. Okay.
All right.
What did NaVi do wrong on Cash? Yeah, well, they, as Dan stated earlier, they had like this super funky, weird style as CT, going for like risky plays, like stacking the A bomb site, leaving Zeus alone at B. Is just like, it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Like, why would you like do that in such an early stage of the game? It's not like it's 10 rounds in and they're feeling okay, nothing is working. We have to do something absolutely out there. Like, it was just a regular round and just made that huge mistake. I think they had like 1 or 2 ecos after that as well. And yeah, just
Sorry, Dan's laughing. I don't know why.
I was just like looking at Thor.
I'm trying to keep this here.
Okay, come on.
Because Thorin's smiling, you find it
Just
funny.
smiling,
It's
yeah.
not often we see Thorin smile.
Because I know that he's going to find the moment to strike, and you'll never expect it.
I'm just enjoying this analysis. You know.
Okay, well, we don't have to put up with Thorin for much longer.
Okay.
We're going straight to the game. Casters, let's go.
Alright, it's back to normality. I can't handle this
God.
guy. I can't handle these guys. Alright, so we've seen madness. We've seen basically a stomp on both maps for each team respectively. We saw TSM basically being pushed out of the game more or less on Overpass. NaVi completely crushing them. We saw that shot of device. That shot of device where he was looked completely deflated. Like, it was really getting to him. They bounced back. They crushed NaVi. Map number 2, we were on Mirage. So TSM and NaVi on Mirage. What are your expectations here? How do you think they're going to fare against each other?
Yeah, and it's going to be really, really tough. I mean, they played twice this week alone on Mirage, and both times TSM has started on the T side, as they're doing now, and they had a great T side. The first time NaVi made a comeback, taking like 12 rounds in a row. And yesterday TSM managed to win, but still NaVi took a lot of rounds as T. So between these teams, for some reason, the T side seems easier.
Well, we are going to have this execute here coming in from TSM. They've got the smoke on short just to cover the players up connector into this A play. TSM have excellent A plays, and we're going to see one of them here into this bomb site now as NaVi are pushing through the smoke. They do not want to get isolated. Straight in with the fast-paced action. Very high octane here on the bomb site, and lots of damage being exchanged here. It's hard to call who's going to come out on top, or if the bomb's even going to get to the site at the moment. It's stuck towards the T slope area as NaVi have successfully delayed it. And they have taken the A bomb site away from TSM despite the grenades. So he's trying to get some damage done here, sticking his neck out, and he's going to get it cut off by CEST. Sorry, by dupreeh. So CEST going down there, and flamie is the last man standing. He's just got the USP, some Kevlar, nothing else against 3 players here for TSM.
And it's really cocky here to just go out to B side all alone with the bomb. They must be like absolutely certain of flamie's position and that they have cut him off from any possible rotations. We're actually seeing they're getting pretty unsure here. We're sending one guy through kitchen, just trying to clear it out, but flamie shouldn't be able to do anything, especially considering it doesn't have a defuse kit.
Okay, so he now knows it's guaranteed B, and he's got, as he said, no kit. He's got a decoy. I don't know what he's going to do with that. I mean, this is a really hard... Then he's going to get backstabbed here by karrigan. If karrigan can get the shots, but finally there it is. We'll find flamie in the end, and TSM will close the round. So, going to kick things off to a good start.
Yeah, and those 2 kills by dupreeh there in connector, I think he had 12 HP. It was just like so crucial. I mean, they had like 1-for-1 trades. It went to a 3v3, but 2 players in Team Sam really low, so dupreeh getting those 2 frags was basically the main factor of them winning that pistol.
Oh yeah, it was incredibly close. And we've got flamie, the only guy really to be able to make contact here. We actually do have, I think it was Guardian who's by the stairs, or flamie, one of the 2. Now, they are quite far away, so flamie going to get the dink there onto cajunB. Can't finish off for the kill though. And it's not looking too bad actually. NaVi getting some good damage in with this investment. But they are down to Zeus and CEST. The scout is still alive. Maybe Zeus can find a sneaky shot here. Lots of jumping around. Wow, actually gets the headshot onto karrigan. Lovely stuff there from Zeus to get extra economic damage in on top of TSM. But can they get more in? CEST now has himself an SMG. Zeus just throwing those shots in everywhere with the scout. Now, can he get an angle here onto the player at the back of the bomb site? Looks like he won't. And saving the scout is actually pretty smart here. They can definitely get another couple kills with that in the following round.
And TSM is still really happy with this round. I talked about this earlier in the tournament. The force buy the CT does on Mirage is actually one of the harder ones to stop, because there's so many good positions playing with SMGs, playing with 5.7s, P250s, and even the scouts. So I think like you win the pistol as T, but you don't feel like you're taking control of the economy before you won those like 3 first rounds.
Okay, well here's the next one, and it's just easy with armor, so it should be easier for TSM. Now what kind of play are they going to go with? They have, it looks like they're going to have that three-pronged attack into A. That's kind of what the setup here kind of looks like. With a bit of pressure towards B. They do have the 2 men towards T slope, 1 in Palace. karrigan just jumps straight out. He's really selling this at the moment. And they're going to get the kill towards A as well. So this is just excellent. And when karrigan's going to get those frags, it just falls apart here for NaVi. They're going to get the kill finally, but the bomb is going to go down. They got forward positions. They know exactly where both remaining players of NaVi are. So cajunB's got... Wow, okay, I was about to say he's got the angle, but maybe Zeus has it first. But again, a couple frags. So 2 frags each round. Is it acceptable?
Yeah. Absolutely, and just a classic anti-eco there from TSM. Just sending karrigan out alone on the B site, just utilizing all his nades, just trying to scout for information. It really doesn't matter if it goes down, as long as he gains the information, if there's like 2 or 3 people there, because you could see the other players in TSM was just ready to push up the A slope.
Alright, so it's going to be the full buy now for both teams. dupreeh's in so fast. TSM are so good at these fast plays into connector. dupreeh's going to go down though. NaVi handling this excellently. TSM, they aren't getting onto the bomb site quickly enough, and it's going to be NaVi with a massive advantage now. flamie is going to catch cajunB. He was stuck on Tetris. He couldn't back away, and they are being completely punished here. Zipnik's going to go down as well. And we have a good amount of players from NaVi surviving.
Yeah, very solid round there from NaVi actually, but 2 players going down still means you will get money screwed if you lose this round, so still a lot of pressure here on NaVi.
Alright, well...
Oh yeah, this is gonna be so awesome. TSM is gonna do their A execute, where they actually smoke off the bench. They're gonna build a wall. Yeah, they're gonna deny that position by building a wall of smokes. Yeah, we're gonna see it here any second. It's so awesome.
I've been talking about this since you highlighted it yesterday, and it is really, really cool to see. Now this is an adjustment that TSM are innovating with. So let's see the smoke go into play here. So there it is. Maybe, oh no, that's quite the smoke actually.
It's a different round actually.
Yeah. So either way, the execute does come in. You don't see that bench smoke just yet. TSM are going to be having a really hard time here. It's just device who's left over, even making a team kill there onto karrigan, and there it is, the frag from Zeus. And that push there from Zeus through that smoke on was kind of the... Like, is highlighting a smoke that they have, which denies that kind of a peek through onto the bench position. Yeah. So, and I mean that's how many CT teams are able to actually easily recover this site before the smokes have actually gone away.
Yeah, exactly, and we saw them just throwing the regular smokes, trying to go for more of a like palace kind of push by denying the peek from stairs, and of course we're gonna see an eco here for TSM. Probably gonna be an easy round for NaVi.
It's actually interesting because I can't find a reason why they would never like if they're gonna do an execute like that. Why would they ever use the old smoke that they have?
It might be an anti-strat thing. You saw they had a lot of focus to go off the pallets.
Yeah.
So they were like maybe. They knew that there were only 1 guy playing the site alone, and it's a lot easier to go out palace to kill the guy on site.
Yep.
Because they might know that they usually don't play a guy like an op towards the ticket booth. But yeah, it's really hard to know.
Alright, well, device going with fast timing onto middle, and Edward, ooh, is he going to get caught? No. Actually going to jump straight onto the laddering area, and he's going to find himself on short. So this is like the fastest timing. So really nice stuff by Edward. And device actually slowly on the angle. Now... TSM finding their way onto middle. I love this 4-man middle take. They can try to win some position on connector and short, and all device can spot maybe the knees there of one player. I don't think he's visible there, as he was covered by that smoke. Edward's going to fall back into CPL. He's going to spot cajunB, pop back into laddering. So mobile is Edward in this position, really showing people how it's done. Going to catch off dupreeh as well, who didn't know his position. That really shows you how powerful the silencer is, as they don't know where they're dying from. Edward, he's like a ninja in this round.
Yeah, and just TSM trying to go for that standard type of play in middle, just getting picked apart there by NaVi. And now they're in a 2 versus 4 with an op. It's always this like... awkward decision you have to make is either like do we save the op But then we don't get any money, and like we do the other guys by ticks, and we have the AWP. Do we just try to kill a lot of people? And this seems like they're just trying to get picks here.
Okay, and Edward's in a really nasty position. He might not expect this. This is quite a surprise spot, and we're just so few players left. This is disastrous. Oh, he's going to get sprayed under one. Keeps spraying and gets the last frag with the last bullet. And that's another round there for NaVi. So, man, that's one of those positions it's so hard in that spot.
Yeah.
Like, how do you know to check
I
that?
actually know NIP called that position the 100%er, but in Swedish.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's like, you will get one frag.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to see the Tech-9s here from TSM. They are going to make the play towards B here. Now, where is the smoke going exactly, actually? Is that for short? There are pillars. Wow, okay, that's a very precise smoke there for this short area. Block off the pillars area as well. Going to be NaVi with a good defense, though, so far. It's Edward, who does get taken down, but he's still on the bomb site. Pulls out the pistol. Wow, gets a headshot on karrigan as he's dropping from mid-air. And he's still on the bomb site, alive with 2 HP. That's pretty impressive there from CEST, picking up 4 kills. And finishing off with a very flashy headshot. NaVi looking good.
Yeah, very consistent player from NaVi, and yeah, as our casters or observers showing us, TSM won the pistol. They had 3-0, so it basically means that NaVi won 5 rounds in a row right now. And TSM still going for that type of standard mid play. Haven't been successful thus far, but maybe they will be it this round.
So Edward taking the longer way around this time and almost getting caught by Device. Oh my god, he's playing with fire. The Device missing another shot onto Edward, and now he's had enough. He's falling back. But this is going to mean that there's nobody on short, actually. It's going to be an easy take for TSM if they decide to do it. In that smoke, I'm not sure if it's supposed to go on that double crate there on short. But it is there anyway. We've got the push from CEST here all the way through the B apartments. He might just catch cajunB. He's got the bomb. Is he going to get the angle in time? He spots him, and he should see the bomb on the radar rotating towards A, so they know 100% guaranteed it's going to be an A play, and he's going to have the backstab. They just have to delay them. They do have grenades to do so as well. CEST is able to actually... Oh, he's the man flanking, actually, so they don't have any nades to really delay them, apart from flashes. No smokes. But CEST is so close on the flank, just waiting for the distraction, waiting for them to push in to just annihilate all of them. But does he even need to? There it is, 2 frags from him. flamie and Edward coming in. They're holding on strong as well. Now dupreeh as the lurker coming in from connector, spraying wildly as he's blind. And it's going to be another round for NaVi. Again, looking super solid and always with an answer.
Yeah, great play from CEST, just pushing the B holes, getting all the information, and just seeing that guy who rotated back in T-spawn was just the best thing that could have happened. It's like, oh guys, it's just going to be an A push. You can just stack 3 people on A. And like, even if TSM got the 2 initial kills, it didn't matter because NaVi had them just boxed him in. And also that like pop flash they threw towards connector in the like... to get that last kill is just... NaVi's just playing so safe and so good right now.
Oh, Guardian getting the pick before the push comes in.
And here's the smokes.
Yeah, those are the smokes that you were talking about. And they can kind of get behind the smokes, but it's still much harder for them. And we're going to see now TSM trying to actually get onto the bomb, but NaVi, they still want to contest this whilst the smokes are up. Not looking to wait for them to go away before going for the retake. Oh, that spray from Edward through the smoke finds Zeus. Good stuff here coming in from NaVi yet again, but it is a 2-on-2. TSM with every chance to take this one. CEST, though, from CT is causing a lot of problems. And Device now, he's got no cover to plant the bomb. He's got to get the frags, at least onto CEST. He's creeping around the box. I don't think Device has actually spotted this at all. CEST is so silent, so deadly at the moment. Device going to be looking for Edward. Now, if Edward engages him, this should be an easy frag for CEST. And there it is. Edward gets the frag as well. But that's shot through the smoke. The spray through the smoke from Edward. Very, very nice. That's the kind of stuff you can really rehearse in offline as well.
Yeah, and considering it went to a 2 versus 2 situation, that frag was actually round winning.
Oh, yeah.
And nice try by TSM. I think that was actually the closest they've gotten to winning a round on the A site. So wouldn't be surprised if they try that once again. But actually going for kind of a weird force buy here. I would prefer to going for a full eco, or at least just buy a few pistols and having a full buy next round.
So they're going to flash flamie in. It was absolutely perfect to catch off Device. And flamie is not going to bite off more than he can chew. Backs away. Bomb is spotted. forcing the execute in through connector. dupreeh's actually made it all the way to jungle at the moment. He's going to be able to cut off CEST. He's going to crouch through, and that's 2 frags claimed by TSM. They are winning their way back into this round, and the bomb's going to rotate back. They've got all the coverage towards B. And that's going to be really painful now for NaVi. They got loads of cash though, so they might as well go for it.
Why are they not rotating faster? I mean, it felt like it took way too long for NaVi to realize what was going on there.
Well, it's going to take a while for TSM to get the bomb down at least. And I mean, well, there's 2 kits on NaVi. There's no reason why they shouldn't go for this. They got so much money in the bank. Bomb is now down. And the post-plant positions have been taken by TSM, so they have the setup they want. Now dupreeh, it's all about the peak timing here. And here comes Zeus. dupreeh with the spray. Zeus actually gets the better of him. This is going pretty interestingly now for NaVi. They are winning some position onto the bomb, but it's just Guardian left. Not enough of them surviving. He's going to have to pull out the pistol and go for it. Moving and shooting. Does manage to take down Xyp9x, but cajunB is playing the apartments. He is going to be able to kill so much time. Guardian knows exactly the situation. He's just going to get the hell out of there. Save the AWP. Oh, so close. He's actually going to damage him enough that he will go down to the bomb. But again, NaVi with lots of money. It's not going to be a huge impact, but it will hurt.
Yeah, very nice try on the retake there by NaVi, but just too big of like advantage having a 3v3 on the after plant on B. And great round there for TSM. They usually do this on map. They go mid and they smoke off A and they try to kill the rotation before they kill the guys on A. And like if they kill the rotation and just stand in CPL, they actually can cut off all rotations going to the B side, and that's exactly what happened that round.
This is a super fast round here from TSM. They got that fast smoke into jungle from mid, and then just push straight up T slope. No messing around. And NaVi, despite there being almost no telegraph move from TSM, are dealing with this really well. They got the bodies in place now. Guardian gets the shot onto Xyp9x. dupreeh's moving close now to the bomb boxes, able to shoot onto any players up the stairs and any players around CT. But he is so low at the moment. 6 health for dupreeh. But Device is not much better off. He's on 33 himself, stuck on the bomb boxes. Here comes CEST. Wow, dupreeh gets the instant headshot onto CEST. That's going to help. And Edward and Guardian are quite low. See, he's made this possible now, has dupreeh. But Device now, he needs to clutch. There's number 1. Spots number 2, gets the shot. Great stuff there from Device to clutch the round. 5-7, TSM back in this one on the first half.
And that clutch by Device was so important, especially considering NaVi is forced to an eco. No, they're not. They were just waiting so long to buy. I actually thought they were gonna eco, but seems like they can even afford an op. But very few nades here. Only, we have 3 smokes, but not a lot. 0 molotovs.
And it's smart of them to actually get helmets, because we've got a Galil, we've got a P250 and a Tech 9. So actually having helmets is really smart here. Not cutting that corner, but oh my god, does it even matter? karrigan with an outrageous shot there with a Tech 9. We are going to have equalizing frags. Well, even better than that there. Now advantage NaVi. And so we're able to pick up an extra kill there. But CEST is going to go down on the B-bomb site as TSM are really fast onto the push. But NaVi, they can get ahead of the smokes here. These nades might not do all that much. They're pushing straight beyond them. And the plant is trying to come in here, but it's not happening. NaVi getting excellent damage done. It's just Xyp9x left with 16 health, and he's going to get caught by Zeus. Another round for NaVi. Again, that could have been... I mean, TSM... They got them to that round that they could force the eco out on and get all those rounds back on the board. Take maybe a 9-6, but 8-7 themselves, but no.
Yeah, exactly what I was gonna say.
Sorry.
Yeah. Like them losing that round is probably gonna mean NaVi's gonna get. I think NaVi's gonna go to double digit now, especially considering TSM is going for this tech buy. And if they would have won that, they're gonna force NaVi to an eco or probably get 8 round themselves. So. That was a huge deal. Oh,
they're going for the fake here onto A. Now, are they going to pull all the players here? There's 1 left there. It's going to be CEST who's alone towards the car, and they are going to know now there's the fake. They're sprinting back towards B right now, but they've got to get the fast kill onto CEST. He's actually holding his position. He knows he just has to delay, and he's doing exactly that, keeping himself alive, and that's a 1 round from NaVi. TSM trying to get creative, but it didn't pan out for them.
And now they're in another really bad buy situation. Seems like they're just going for the techs, and I wouldn't be surprised if they just went for that A execute now with the smokes.
Okay, well, we have a few players up to top mid here for TSM. Interestingly, NaVi I've seen them on the CT sides get aggressive on mid quite a lot, but TSM are playing such a fast pace that they're adapting and they're just playing really, really slow and passively, and that's exactly what they need to do. NaVi are going to open things up with some defensive frags here from flamie and Zeus, trying to work their way through connector. Meanwhile, Devices moved all the way up to Sandwich, does get eliminated, and NaVi 10-5 first half on the third map here in this elimination match for the FaceIt LAN finals here live from London, England, and this is going to be a tough climb for TSM.
It's a must-win pistol here for TSM. It's not a must-win for NaVi, and yes, think one of these teams are actually going to go out in the group stage, so yeah, a lot of things going to come down to this
Oh yeah.
half.
I mean, this is very much the group of death, to be honest. Like, VP, TSM, NaVi, these three teams, they've all won a major title recently, so it's hard to really say who the better team really is at the moment.
Yeah, and when was the last tournament TSM or NaVi was eliminated in the group stage?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just tells a lot about this tournament.
It's been a good one, but here it is, the must-win pistol for TSM. Now they've got no information just yet. I think karrigan's going to spot a couple players, maybe even spotted the bomb, which is key information, but CEST is going to charge up through connector, takes dupreeh straight down the Tech 9, and that's an A bomb site completely under the control of NaVi. TSM, they've got to work their way back in for the retake, but it's not looking super good for them. karrigan with his USP shoved in Edward's face. We're going to have to see if cajunB can get some damage done himself. He does take down Zeus. It's going better and better here for TSM. They are marching forwards, taking no prisoners. CEST and Guardian left on the bomb site. In comes karrigan, jumping with the Tech 9, spraying for dear life, and he will get both kills. TSM pick it up, and it's going to be the must-win pistol round 1.
And those two frags by cajunB, Jesus Christ, they were so important. Like, if TSM would have lost this round, and especially if they would have lost the second force buy, I mean, they're basically out of the tournament, and they're out of the tournament already in the group stage. And if you think back to when they had that like big lead on Overpass versus Virtus, you wouldn't think we would be sitting here and waiting for them to be eliminated out in the group stage.
Indeed.
It was an AK armor here from NaVi, actually, just dropping that AK. This is 1.6 style force buy.
Well, that is a very exciting ton of events to see NaVi pull out a play like this. And it's going to be quite surprising for for TSM to see this as well. They might want to openly try to peek, but that would be a mistake here against these weapons. In goes the pop flash, it's going to miss karrigan completely. flamie gets eliminated, so TSM, they are holding strong at the moment. These nades not quite perfect from NaVi. Now, how do they salvage this? They still have Guardian and Zeus left with rifles. karrigan still locking down connector. They wanted connector so badly, but they're just sending player after player in there to their deaths. It's CEST now who gets taken out on connector as well. It's like a graveyard for NaVi players, as it's just Guardian moving around with this Galil. He's got full armor, spots the frag onto karrigan. He needs to get more damage here.
Yeah, and he can't save the Galil. He just has to go for the kills here.
Now he's got 12 HP, and they've all got head armor as well. Let's see if he can get up close with this Galil and get a fast frag. Good angle here held by, I believe that's Zipnix there with the SMG. Indeed it is. This is going to be a really tough angle. You can see he's elevated a little bit as well on that little lip, which kind of messes with the head hitbox if you're trying to turn the corner and fire shots into them. But there you go, TSM 3 rounds behind now after winning that that pistol, and it's shaping up for them.
Yeah, NaVi now will go for a full eco, of course, and kind of interesting decision there. NaVi getting the plant on the pistol, opting to go for that force buy on the second round instead of going for the more regular thing where you go for 1 eco and you would buy this round. The thing that's so terrible for them right now is TSM would probably win this round in like without losing a single player. Yeah, exactly. No, none of the TSM player died, and you can see the economy now for the TSM players they're just building up that bank. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is actually the exact position that NaVi got into, actually. And it's they managed to get it going a little bit further, or a little bit faster, sorry. So we'll have to see if TSM can have a similar spurt, or growth spurt of their economy. Now, karrigan on the AWP. He's been really good with that for TSM recently. And Zipnix just spotting into Biaps at the moment. So we have a mid take here from NaVi. No players here. But TSM is super far back everywhere. They don't even have anyone on short. No one really near connector just yet.
Yeah, this is the way NIP played actually versus Fnatic today. I don't know what's up with this. Like, I've seen a lot of teams doing this, and usually they fail kind of miserably because people can just take mid from them, leaving one guy in connector. And if you look at the overview, NaVi has one guy in connector and one guy in Ventrum. Yeah, exactly.
Just for complete free. Connector is so important too. They can build plays off of it into A or to B, and it's looking like it's gonna be the A play for them. They haven't lost a single man just yet. We do have 3 players now, as we can see. Sees the straggler. They're going towards Palace here. And they've got a man in CPL ready to strike as well. So 4-pronged attack potentially coming in from them. There's Device, misses the shot. Now this is really important to hit these early shots, and that bomb is going to be able to go down straight away now. And the pressure is really on to TSM now. Device and Zipnix. It's going to be hard to even play with each other here. They're completely smoked off. Device missing those flick shots. 2 opportunities he had there. In fact, 3 shots missed there for Device. And it's not going to cut it here.
NaVi's just doing the perfect way of punishing that defensive plays. Exactly what NaVi did here. You go up mid and say, okay, nobody's here. So we leave one guy connector. We leave one guy in the Ventrum.
Yep.
They can hear all the rotations. They can just call to the team as where the other team is rotating, and then you just go for like a simple A split, because like as soon as you get like the guys in A slope get contact, the guy in connector can just walk out, the guy in Ventrum can just walk out, and you're just getting pushed from 2 many angles at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, usually you have to fight really hard for those positions. We see TSM have some rounds with them. They have 4-man mid takes specifically designed to win those positions and get trades on them, but it's going to be a bit faster paced this time around. We've got lots of action towards T slope. It's going to be a trade though, which is going to help out NaVi. I'm just waiting top mid at the moment. Gets passed off. Oh, wow, karrigan with an aggressive play on mid. And then this is the first time we've seen that from a CT side in this map, because the B halves have been so fast from TSM that NaVi played a really defensive style as well. Now Guardian still looking for picks here. Gonna get the nade into the shadow area. Not super effective that one, but it's going to be TSM looking to see if they can find themselves a good engagement or two. Just waiting still, and Guardian gets punished finally by cajunB. Guardian was looking for so many frags, but Seas goes straight in. He knows karrigan was just lurking there in that corner by the stairs, and maybe NaVi can actually pull this one together. Now cajunB over towards CT spawn is a really big problem. Do they have any nades to actually isolate him? It looks like it's not even going to matter at this point. They've got a 3-man setup here. He's lost his teammate. He's blind. He's stuck in the sandwich area, and he's going to get eliminated. So TSM, that was a really tense round actually.
Yeah, if TSM would have lost this, I think they actually would have lost the game, considering they would have been forced to, I mean, at least one eco. And see, they're still pretty low on money, so yeah, TSM, they're in this still, but NaVi has a great opening now. I like the decision for NaVi to just keep force buying here, because they know they have an opportunity to just beat TSM's economy to the ground.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see now what TSM can get done if they can keep stringing these together, because they're not too far behind NaVi now. And it's a really hyper passive, again, opening from NaVi. They're expecting potential aggression, which TSM did show them up mid on the last round. They've left the bomb back a little bit. Now taking middle as the push comes in towards A from TSM, reacting to all those grenades tossed in by NaVi. NaVi trying to actually play with the rotation of the CTs and trying to capitalize. They've pulled them towards A a little bit. Now they're going for the short take, and that's actually allowed them to have some good engagements here, exposing these TSM players, and they're getting caught between these rotations, not sure what's actually happening with NaVi's movement, and that's giving them a 4-on-3. They've got the A bomb site. They have to go and collect the bomb though, so that might give some time for TSM to actually get themselves something going here. But these trades are not going to work out for TSM. It's just down to cajunB now, and he's very far away.
Yeah, he has to save this up, and this is absolutely disastrous for TSM. Even if he saves the op, they can make like, maybe they will buy next round, but it will be like 2 people going for SMGs or like 5.7s, and I don't know what TSM can do at this point. I think they still need to contend mid more. Maybe they should try like boosting the op in the vent in window room, because like they have to try to get one pick. They have to punish NaVi for just running out in mid like that.
It was actually, I mean, so it seemed like, correct me if I'm wrong, the idea for NaVi there was not to like get a fake onto A, but to like make it kind of look, I mean that's how some fakes look. Okay, we throw loads of nades, we're not actually pushing it like as you'd expect, but what it also causes is rotation. So it's as if they just wanted to just flush them out and just make them move from their positions, and then when they were moving up middle, of course now TSM are all over the place, scattered around, trying to rotate, thinking, oh my god, there's a push coming, and now they're like having to hurry to another position. So it seemed like that was the play there, and I don't see that very often.
Yeah, probably exactly what it was. And TSM going for the safe play, going for that eco, cajunB with that one op. Now they're going for a more standard type of play, as we talked about earlier. Usually when you know they only have one op, you usually tend to go for a more like 4 people just go straight to B, or just 4 people just going together, not letting that op being able to pick you apart.
Yeah, they got the stack on B, have TSM, so going for a bit of a gamble, and you have to gamble in this game, especially in a position like TSM's. cajunB rotating towards the ticket booth area, toll booth. As karrigan waits in the ladder room, and he might be able to hear some movement here soon. Guardian's going to reveal himself, looking for the peek. He gets the frag, going to try to pick up the AK. There it is. Doesn't have any armor to work with, but still very dangerous karrigan in that position.
Yeah, very fast headshot there from karrigan.
This is getting very interesting now, because they're going to collect the bomb. There is 40 seconds left in the round. So NaVi are starting to be a little bit hurried to make a play happen. Now that's great. Zeus will take down karrigan. Really important, but dupreeh put himself in a trade position. He's going to be able to pick up the AK as the push comes in into middle with the bomb, leaving themselves the A or B option as the rotation from TSM happens, and that allows NaVi to capitalize, move to the place that's safe. Oh no, cajunB missing a really crucial shot, but the bomb, it needs to get across the gap, and the smoke will it allow for that? And no, Xyp9x takes the bomber down, and that's key time. That bomb is on the floor here. They can keep delaying and stop the plant from happening. Edward has to go for it. He's got no time, and they are going to be able to get position on him. Here it is. Xyp9x around one side, cajunB the other. Oh, but great shot there from Edward, and it's going to be cajunB. Absolute chaos.
And that round, if TSM makes a comeback, this round was absolutely crucial, because just winning an eco in that fashion, and cajunB also missing that shot on Edward. Just imagine if Edward would have clutched that round there.
Yeah. You can see just the tension here.
And for those just tuning in, the loser of this map will actually go out of the tournament.
Yep. They will not make it through to the playoffs of the FaceIt LAN Finals Stage 1. Here we go. We got the mid push coming in. dupreeh moving all the way up there. Now, Edward actually is quite close. Potentially dupreeh could get a sneaky pick here. The flash is good, but Edward does back away safely. And look at that forward smoke there from dupreeh. Very, very sneaky stuff. Edward, he's going to try to crawl through the smoke. He was spotted. Oh, wow. He actually survives there, so able to back away. That is really, really important for NaVi.
And if you look at the overview, I don't really know what NaVi is trying to achieve. Just randomly pushes all over the map, and Guardian just going down to karrigan there.
Seas does get a frag onto dupreeh to kind of even the situation up a little bit. And the bomb is dropped towards A at the moment, and 50 seconds left in this round, so NaVi still has plenty of time, for NaVi at least, to actually draw things out a little bit. But karrigan working this connector area, and because there's no mid control here for NaVi, they can't really punish karrigan from taking these free peeks up from stairs. flamie finally gets the kill, but he's got to get such a wide peek. He's completely exposed, and TSM pick up an easy round.
Yeah, and the frags karrigan is getting right now, they're so crucial. The 3 op frags this round, the P250 frag last round in the bench room. He's just making up for all the mistakes he made on cash.
Yeah, he's definitely MVP at the moment for TSM. There's no doubt about it. Okay, so full eco here from NaVi, and potentially you've got Edward just sitting there, you know, so they're just having a chat and seeing what they can get. Maybe they can get some ideas in this little intermission.
Yeah, because it's going to be 12-12 after this round, so it's tied, and TSM is CT, which is a very pretty favored side on this map. So NaVi's in a lot of trouble right now. Especially considering TSM will probably win this round flawlessly, which means TSM will have a bank to work with.
Okay, so I mean the only play here with this kind of weaponry is just like a fast plant, but the spray is brutal. All the bullets connecting from dupreeh pretty much, and it's going to be around 12-12 as you said. So we are closing in very quickly here. That both teams are tied. It's hard to really draw a line between them, but economy-wise, TSM are favoured. Now NaVi in with a full AK buy. One Molotov on C's. One on Edward as well. And 5 smokes. I can count, Brett.
And we'll see if they try to go for an execution, but it looks like they're just going for their standard play. And we can actually see playing really odd position here on the A site.
So here is middle for NaVi. They have a man in underpass as well, so options to take connector, to take short, to even boost up into CPL, all options for them. Xyp9x though, in ladder room, has a great position to try to deny any of these players I just highlighted. But they don't have anyone on connector. They could actually just walk upstairs, and they're going to take control of ladder room. Edward with the frag onto Xyp9x. Now NaVi, man in connector, man in ladder room. This is a really good set of positions for them.
Yeah, and entry frag, they have control of the Ventrum, they have connector, as I said. This should be an easy round for now. The only thing I don't like about NaVi's play is that there are only 2 people going the A connector, and there's no one going pallets. It's just one too many going through mid. The
Achilles heel is if that player on sandwich just kills both of them. The bomb is now down on T-slope. That's the worst case here on this push. And so cajunB with a lot to do. He's got dupreeh to run distraction a little bit, but cajunB instantly taken down, so that's not going to happen. They should be able to get the bomb onto that bomb site. They should be able to smoke it off as well. Actually, all the smokes have been used so far now. And dupreeh still has an open space to shoot from. Challenges being taken here by Device, but he's not going to get that one. dupreeh picks up a nice one-on-one. There's the second kill, one-on-one. Oh, dupreeh with 1 health. What a clutch there from him. Absolutely massive from dupreeh, stealing away that round. NaVi had it in the bag, but TSM keep themselves in it, and that is going to lift the spirits of the Danes.
Did you see he had 1 HP?
1 HP. But he's still alive. He's still standing and still fragging. dupreeh.
And oh my god, that will destroy NaVi. Just look, yeah. Or they even forced an eco. Okay, they can buy at least since they got the bomb down, but
no nades.
Like how can they go into this round like not having that round in the back of their head?
It's gonna be tough, and it also means that TSM have full grenades. Oh my god, a flamie annihilates karrigan there, ripping him to shreds. But cajunB's got something to say on short as well. So frags across the map, 4 on 4 now. As it's still very early.
Flamie with that.
Oh wow, dupreeh's pushing T-slope with no support. This is a big risk here from dupreeh, but he picks up the kill on the C's, gets the bomb down as well. Massive stuff there from dupreeh. Full rotations happening right now. They know what's going on. They want to get a better set of positions here, but Zeus is going to be able to cut them off, and he's going to take down Device. So this is really, really key. dupreeh again needs to come out clutch. Sees the shadow, but Guardian still gets the shot on the peak. Great stuff there from him.
But they're so low, 2 players now in NaVi.
cajunB moving towards shadow, maybe looking for the peak there. They have to get themselves up, but there's a smoke, and that's going to kill quite a lot of time. There's 35 seconds left in the round. By the time that smoke goes away, it's going to be like 15 seconds to get the bomb down, so they're going to just go straight to B, but that's such a long sprint, and Xyp9x will hear everything.
Xyp9x is actually going to cover the bomb running.
Oh my god.
As soon as Xyp9x hear those 2 people running in the B house, he's going to be so happy.
Here they come. Xyp9x goes with the spray straight away. Doesn't even wait for the second player to appear. And that's going to delay them just a little bit. 10 seconds to get the bomb down.
Yeah, he's actually going to make this. This actually looks like NaVi's going to win this round.
5 seconds left. He's going to get the bomb planted with 2 seconds left to spare. But there's the frag from cajunB. Can he do what dupreeh just did? He's got 8 points of health. Oh, dupreeh. He's going to be disappointed there. Not able to live up to his glamorous previous round. And that's another one by NaVi.
Oh my god, this game
so
is
close.
Absolutely killing me, and it just looked like Xyp9x spray there in B house wasn't like absolutely on point.
Yeah.
And like, imagine if this is just if we would have just played it perfectly, just going down the stairs, just walking up behind them instead.
Yeah, I mean they would never check there. They were running, so they never they needed to plant the bomb. So he can wait. He can actually wait for them completely. So that was he's definitely under a lot of pressure there, a lot of tension, a bit panicked. but they're still in this. 13-13. karrigan's going to get an early round advantage. Mid control for NaVi again. Passive play from TSM. They got a forward play. dupreeh gets pop flashed in. flamie going to get taken out. So great stuff there. Proactive play here from TSM. Able to stop any A plays from happening before they really get going. So what do NaVi do now? There's 3 players left. They've got short and CPL.
It's almost as if they should save, actually. Like, they have to go for the weapon rounds, and there's no way they can win this round. The only thing is CEST is in a really awkward position here. And it looks like they actually know that it's there.
He might be able to get the drop on this nade out, and he's going to spot that. Great stuff there from CEST. Now this position's key. He can backstab everybody. dupreeh buys sandwich though. The thing is that they know CEST is there. That's just going to slow down the rotation a little bit.
The siblings have to actually clear the entire B house, so this should be a clean round for TSM. But karrigan actually...
Oh my god. CEST actually goes straight through the vent into CT spawn. He's going to find Device. Device is going to turn around just in time. Oh, dupreeh gets the spray down, so it's all good in the hood there for TSM.
Yeah, the key was siblings going aggressive B house, just walking down to Underpass, just getting so much information. I actually think that the guy there at the ticket booth, like, he knew that he could have gotten coming from CT spawn.
So NaVi now, they're on the brink of destruction. They're on this look at this buy that they have going from themselves. It is a jumble sale completely, just armor, just random well, Tech 9's not very random, but they're pretty good. But they're pistols, lack of grenades, just 1 rifle on CEST. What are they going to do with this?
Yeah, and like, yeah, if they lose this round, it's at least a tie for TSM, so looks like they're going for a B execute. I wonder if they're going to use the smokes. I personally like to just go for it instead of using smokes, because the smokes telegraphs that you're coming, and you don't want the CTs to have those extra few seconds to rotate. And it actually might work. If you look how TSM is defending A right now, they're just so deep onto the A side, it's going to take so long for them to rotate back to the B side.
cajunB's ready with the nade though. He's going to pretend, if he throws it now, it's perfect timing. I was a little bit late. Gonna have the rifle out now. First head found by Xyp9x as NaVi barrel into the bomb site. cajunB with great angles, great fire, controlled, considered play from TSM. Wins them the round flawlessly. And NaVi are now against a match point TSM. This one qualifies TSM through. This one is going to alleviate so much pressure, because today you definitely could see that monkey was climbing up their back again. The monkey that is called, well, we all know its name.
Yeah, and especially them being down, like they had that game, them being down 1 map versus NaVi, like losing Overpass 16-5 or something, and then coming back winning 2 maps in a row. It's just, yeah, just a great performance here from TSM.
But look at this, they've got 2 players on a shadow basically, completely committed positions, and their teammates are going to get smoked off here, so going to have to be a really big result. dupreeh sees the nade thrown through the smoke, but all the players getting sprayed down for NaVi. TSM so close to doing this. It's just Zeus. TSM, dupreeh going to finish it off 16-13, and TSM are through. NaVi eliminated here, and there it is, TSM. They're going to be so happy with that.
Yeah, I think they felt it. Like, as I said, after the first map, I felt like, oh my god, what is happening? We just lost that game to Virtus.pro, which we should have won. We just got crushed on Overpass. We win to win 2 maps in a row now, to not be eliminated in the group stage, and versus NaVi as well. And they managed to do so. This might actually give them a great boost, confidence boost to the playoffs.
And dupreeh's clutch, 1 HP left. That, I mean, just from so many angles, that helped them so much.
Yeah, and like in the last aim duel, I think he had like 20 HP. And yeah, it's so funny that the bullet from the NaVi player did like 19 damage to him when he had like 20 HP. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's just... I mean,
it's like the most important round in the game as well. Just imagine when NaVi...
Yeah, because they got money control. I mean, we saw the last 2 rounds from NaVi, they had nothing, no bank left.
Like, between these teams, like, the last 3 games has gone to the 3rd map. It's been like 16-14 back and forth all the time. And just imagine, like, 1 HP could be this decider in this game. It's absolutely crazy.
It's pretty awesome, is what it is.
Yeah.
It's some good Counter-Strike that we're having at the end of tonight. And definitely it's always sad to see NaVi go, especially considering the increasingly good form. But this means TSM get to make it through, and we get to see some potentially interesting matchups. Like that TSM Fnatic matchup that could be possible is something that a lot of people want to see, and that might just be delivered. So it's very, very cool to see TSM doing well. Do you think... How do you think they're going to come into tomorrow? Because again, like it's even though they got the win at CCS, again that monkey's still kind of climbing on their back, trying to remind them of their issues that they've had in the past, and I hope that they don't let it get to them.
Yeah, like if you play Fnatic, you will never be the favorite team because they are right now the best team in the world.
Yeah.
Like there's no doubt about it. Even if TSM beat them at CSS, it's just like one tournament. So Fnatic will be the favorite team in that match, but if TSM win that, they will have beaten Fnatic twice in a row. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting.
All right, well, we do have our analysis crew back, so let's reintroduce them and get their thoughts on the proceedings. So welcome back, James.
Thank you
And
very
Dorian.
much, Dan. We are back. Are you happy now?
Yeah.
Okay. Great game, right? That was an amazing match. It
was really good, yeah. That last map was really good.
It was a good match.
It was exciting.
It was
I
exciting.
don't know how good it was. There was a lot of mistakes, but that's what happens when it's late at night and people, not especially elimination games. I mean, TSM, they're almost the catalyst for that sort of a third map, where it doesn't matter how much they stomp their map. Third map is always going to be either they're having to like climb back into it, or they have the lead and it's slipping away. It's always the same storyline with them, you know. There's either the train coming down the tracks, or they're chasing after someone and they're just getting away. I imagine these are all the dreams that they have to explain when they're on the psychologist's couch, like, oh, Doc, and then I was trying to get away from him, but then I opened one door and he was behind it, like Bugs Bunny when he's running away, and then someone's chasing him. He gets on an airplane, quickly goes off. When he arrives in Hawaii, like the guy's already waiting there, like, do.
Tell you who
you like
is
analysis, don't you? Yeah, it's good
I do.
stuff.
I love this. I love this. I just want.
Yeah,
I just
wait
keep.
until they tell me to stop talking.
No, I'm not gonna.
And
I'm
who would
gonna
dare do that, quite
tell you
frankly.
to stop talking. I love it. Just keep you going.
In that
as far
game
as you
there,
can.
though, one of the few differences in terms of that looked like it was going to be another TSM choke, quite frankly. But they got a miracle from dupreeh there on that round, that 1v3.
Yeah,
that
1
could
HP, right?
I mean, in a way, I guess they paid it back by losing the 1v1 right afterwards when it was against. I think it was CEST or someone who won the 1v1. I can't remember. But it did go both ways there. But that's the thing. In all the games that TSM had choked away like that, they were never getting any of those 1v1 situations. Any of those situations always went to the other team. So that really did kind of stem the bleeding a bit. Because the scoreline, it was just about close enough where they thought they were going to get back in. And if they'd lost that, that would have given NaVi the economical money to make at least the last few rounds, and I think that actually would have led to another TSM loss. So they got in by the skin of their teeth to the playoffs.
Can you believe we've gone 2 days now with not one overtime?
What do you mean, can I believe it? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't see that very often.
Sir, I put it to you.
I mean, you don't see that very often.
You see it sometimes.
Right. Okay. Do you know who is a happy boy? Or you just walked past, Mr. Cadian, behind the scenes observer.
I could have gone a lot of ways. Okay.
He was giddy.
Okay. Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, because TSM won, yeah.
Because TSM won, yeah, he's very happy.
And I heard actually in TSM, to keep that kind of fraternal, kind of brotherhood aspect between Danes, they actually, you know, like football teams, when they win, they all get in that big bath together.
Yeah.
And they all like...
We go back to bubble baths.
Sometimes, like, they drop the soap and they're like, oh, let me...
Oh, my God.
Going on in. Apparently they do that. It's just a Danish thing. It's brotherly, though. It's like, you know, men at war, you know, away from their families, just hugging each other.
At LAN.
Just keeping strong and warm. I was thinking, actually, we could get some like synergy between casters after this tournament. You guys up for it?
You up for that?
Is there lavender?
Lavender bubble bath.
All right, I'm in.
Yeah, another herbal
awesome.
remedies.
Yeah.
That is a good full circle from like the first match on the first day. I love
There's
that.
one thing Dan's good at, it's drawing circles. In his primary school class, when he drew a circle, they were like, "That is, did you do that freehand?" And after that, he was like, "I've accomplished everything in life now." And he's never hit that high again, quite frankly. He tried triangles. Parallelogram once.
Yeah,
Got a bit crazy,
trapezium really stumped him.
Who wouldn't it?
I wasn't on the octagons, though.
Octagons, you were good at that, or no?
I'd wreck you in an octagon, mate. MMA.
One-on-one octagon.
Okay,
Let's go.
One-on-one me in the octagon.
Before that,
bitch.
we'll come back to the octagon fight. I do want to see that, though. We should definitely live stream it
I'm up for that.
on
Let's
Switch.
go.
dupreeh, we have an interview with dupreeh. Let's go and hear what he has to say.
I'm standing here with dupreeh from TSM, and you just won that game, and one of the reasons was that one of you
skiftet navn til Tony. Jeg er fucking bosser, man. Han er ikke godt til lane.
Did you win the majority of them?
Well, I think it went back and forth. I mean, I think they won most of them as when they were CT, and the same with us when we were CT. I think we won like 1 or 2 as terrorists or something like that. But I think it was pretty even actually. So I think, I don't know, it was a really close match. It could have gone either way. But it just came down to that. If I wouldn't have won that round, we probably wouldn't have been there. And if Device wouldn't have won the round where he shot the guy from the box, then we probably wouldn't have been here. So it's like, it's a mixture of things.
A lot of the analysts talked about the kind of problems you had in the end of Overpass, and coming in losing the first map to NaVi. I mean, you guys must have been down to a certain extent. How did you get back up?
Well, we knew that Overpass was going to be extremely hard. We lost yesterday, and we just choked extremely much against Virtus Pro. So it was really tough for us. We could definitely feel that people had to like reset their brain for the second map, and people just did that, started hitting their shots and stuff like that. So that was just great. Apart from that, then just. Yeah, well, we've done it so many times, and I think we've lost the first map here at all the matches, so we just knew that we could do it. So we just took it as we usually do, 1 round at a time, and then just headshots.
And you already said to me earlier that you would rather face Fnatic than NIP. Any reasons to why, and how do you see this matchup tomorrow?
That's going to be tough as always. We beat Fnatic twice in the PGL tournament like just a few days ago. I think we might have a slightly mental advantage over them somewhere, whereas I think NIP might have one against us. So I think it's a lot of mind games because we faced each other so much recently. So it's going to be really tough. Like, oh, what strategy are we going to run, and like who's going to counter what, and so it's going to be a really great match. But I hope we will come out on top. We did it a few days ago, so I hope we will do it again.
And what about the veto system? Nuke is still in the pool. It's a historical matchup between you and NIP. Do you think it's going to be played?
I don't know. If we're going to face NIP, we probably will play it, but not against Fnatic. I mean, like, I think Fnatic will remove it. We haven't played it a lot lately, but we still know how to play it, so they can. If Fnatic wants to play, we're probably going to play it, but I don't think so. I think we have a lot of maps in common with Fnatic that we're good at, so I think it's going to be somewhere what we've played the last couple of times.
So now you're going to go home and rest, and do you have any preparation coming into the Fnatic game, or are you already set due to the previous tournaments such as PGL?
Well, we're going to go home and we're going to prepare, of course, but I'm not going to go into details what we're going to do. So,
good. Any last shoutouts?
All much love to TSM and all the TSM all the guys from TSM, that's what I mean. All of our sponsors making it possible to get here, and all the fans that's supporting us, even though we choked today. We came out on top anyway, but sorry for the choke, but yeah.
Thanks for the interview, and see you in the hot tub.
Oh, 1 second. How much?
Ooh. Shout out to Family Guy there, Peter Griffin.
Yeah, I know. Seth MacFarlane giving them the big shout out. I like how Cadian
was loving that.
Went back to the hot tub.
He was like, listen, some people say that Device is the dreamiest in TSM, but I think you're pretty great too. Response?
I'm pretty dreamy.
Yeah. And then
that was not me saying that. That was me acting.
Be like, it's well known that actually TSM are the rulers of the universe on Nuke. If you were to play that, how much would you crush the heathen scum of Fnatic?
Oh, really, I would really bad.
Unbiased interviewing now, okay.
This analyst desk is the best ever.
No, you're the best.
He can't take it. He's never been given a compliment in his life. He's not prepared for that.
Like
got in deep there. He got past. He was like, confusion. Oh, what is that?
Yeah, Thor's been like conditioning me to receive like immense amounts of copious hatred. Yeah. It's great. Love it.
I love you, Dan. So, NaVi are out. Are you sad to see NaVi go?
I mean, NaVi are getting more and more exciting to watch, and as the team is developing, we've covered this before. I think I always enjoy watching them play, but again, it's nice to see TSM doing well as well. I mean, this is the group of death basically, so you're always going to be sad seeing one of the the 3 favorite teams go in from this group. So yeah, I mean that's it really.
Yeah, they've had a good run. They had a few good matches.
I think this just shows the nature of NaVi. Like, even when they won that EPL Winter Tournament, I'm not one of these people who thought, like, right, well, they're definitely top 3 now. You know, they're going to win a bunch more tournaments. They're a really streaky team. Like, they're another team where they don't necessarily have one map where they beat everyone on them. They have a couple that they have a good matchup on, certain teams, but they have to be on top form even to win those matches. I mean, they lost the narrowly previously to TSM already. They've lost one here, another close one, but they're losing them, overall. So I think that was like a miracle run at EPL when they won it there, but the other tournaments they had of the year, they finished last place at Star Series, and they only got to the top 8 and won one map off Envious at the majors. So it's not as though they're like the team who's always top 4. They had one really crazy run, and then otherwise they have like a good map where it's like a good showing, but they tend to lose the series. So I think this is about par for the course. When you're facing teams like VP, TSM, at the moment, NaVi should be a little bit below those teams. They're in the mix with them, but they're not. I don't think they're at the level of the Fnatic's, TSM's, VPs of the world right now.
So this is a respectable finish.
But just in terms of the talent in the tournament, yeah, I think this is about reasonable for where they could have. They had a chance to go through, obviously, both times against TSM, but it also made sense. The TSM at the moment is slightly better, so I think it's a fair result for everyone.
Yeah, you would agree. You're going to miss NaVi.
Yeah, and it just must be so frustrating for them because the 2 games they lost was versus TSM, and the other game they played was versus Elevate, I think.
Yeah.
So they go here. Like I think they at least had pretty high expectations since EPL in Germany, winning that. So just losing 2 games to the same team, TSM, and they're like so even to each other. It just must be so frustrating.
What can they take away, Dan, from this event then? Because they're going to want to get above TSM. They're going to want to get in with the big boys that Thorin's talking about, the top 3. They want to push on that. So what can they do next? What can they take away from it?
I think Cash looked like a problem for them, to be honest, against TSM. I don't know if they need specific preparation for against TSM, but there are definite holes in their game. Like I still have a lot of question marks on what's happening on Cash. I feel like if they're going to go back to this series, there is something was going wrong there on their CT side. So there's TSM can kind of a bit more consistent across the board at the moment. Than them, as Thorin said, they're just a bit higher level. But NaVi, I think if they are able to patch some of the holes, I think we're going to progressively see them become better and better and better. Like they have all the pieces to the puzzle now. I think at least to be a much better team. So I think we're going to consistently see them do better. Just when they need these losses basically, and we'll see a stronger NaVi next time.
Cool. So that is the group stages over. We've seen all from the group stages that we're going to see, and tomorrow morning we're going to see 2 semi-finals and the grand final. So it's like Championship Sunday. I don't know, is that what you call it at FaceIt?
That sounds great.
Should we call it that? Championship Sunday, or do you have a suggestion?
Trapezium Sunday? No?
No, we
It
wouldn't.
might catch on. We'll see.
Maybe. It makes
it
makes 0 sense, but it might catch on. But so let's look at the 2 games that we've got coming up tomorrow.
Ask a stupid question.
Fred doesn't know what to do on this analyst desk right at the moment.
I'll
It's just like, what is going on?
Do you have a suggestion for a name that we could call it instead of Championship Sunday?
Lavender Sunday.
Lavender Sunday.
He's done you.
Perfect.
He's done you
That's
there,
good.
That's the winner.
You're just jumping onto my thing now. You're just stealing my thing, which was lavender.
Put in exclamation mark trapezium to win a free trapezium.
It'll send it to the post on a
I don't even
postcard.
care anymore.
Send us exclamation mark trapezium on a postcard to. I'm not giving you the address. No.
Don't.
What's
You have
your
to
address?
figure it out. Whoever can figure it out wins the trapezium.
Don't say that because they'll find it.
Well,
But just send a postcard. Don't come and stalk us. Right.
do not kill anyone on this panel.
Please.
Especially not DDK. I would challenge you to even try. He'll have you.
You can't do it. There's no way you
Yeah.
could kill DDK.
But if you do kill him, I'll feel mildly sad for provoking you.
I would be really
mildly,
sad.
I said mildly. I feel a bit happy as well. Like maybe you've done the world a service in some ways.
Poor DDK, you're right.
He's not even dead yet.
No, he's not
Keyword yet. Yeah, he will be dead one day. If not
obviously
from
we're all gonna die
if not from
someday.
an assassin, just Father Time will get you eventually, DDK. You can keep running all you like. You keep gelling your hair up all you like, son, but eventually he'll get to you.
The first semi-final that's coming tomorrow morning is TSM versus Fnatic, as we just spoke about then. That's coming up at 12 p.m. GMT. And VP versus NiP is coming up at 3 p.m. So, guys, TSM versus Fnatic. Very brief thoughts. Obviously, we're going to talk about this again tomorrow morning. But brief thoughts about the upcoming semi-finals.
I think Fnatic was going to take it 2-1. I mean, the way Fnatic crushed NIP today, and I mean, TSM had a pretty shaky game there versus NaVi today as well. So I'm going to say 2-1 to Fnatic.
Nice. Dan?
Yeah, I think as well, Fnatic, I'm calling them for this. I don't think TSM have this like godlike tournament. Like, they've been struggling at the moment. It's not just it's not going smoothly for them right now, as it was when previously they were able to take down Fnatic. And Fnatic, of course, being the team that they are, I'm pretty certain that they would have looked back on the matches they recently lost to TSM, and they study quite well. So I would actually say that they should have an advantage, and I would probably go with a 2-1 there as well.
Yeah, I think it's understandable, right? Fnatic, #1 team in the world.
Yeah.
They should really be beating TSM.
I mean, I'm gonna go with Fnatic as well. I'll say 2-1 because I don't think it'll be just because the TSM team had close games versus NaVi. I think it'll be different. I think matchups are different. You know, you can't just look at the form of one game and say directly translate it over to another opponent. Yeah. But I thought the key difference when they were in Romania in that final was actually the Mirage game, because I thought Mirage is a map that should be really strong.